tea. Do you guys drink Blue Lotus tea? Anyway, it's supposed to open your mind psychically. I could just, it's hallucinogenic, so I drink it. So they say. I'm not hallucinating yet. Anyway, how is everybody? Where is everybody? Oh, nope, not seeing you yet. How is everybody? Everybody be good? Okay, waiting for y'all to show up in the chat. No, talking to myself. There you are. Hi, Logan from North Carolina. Logan from North Carolina, Carolina. Humid in New York. Yeah, it's pretty humid here too. Taco Thursday. Well, that's a thing. It's Taco Tuesday, but I'm not eating off the taco trucks anymore. Nova Scotia. New York. Oh my God. Ottawa. Hola. Hello. Okay, Indiana. Barbara Jean. Oh my God. Lila loves her little bracelets you sent for her birthday. Thank you so much. I know, Palm Springs. My friend Rolo was just telling me that it is our Palm Springs running season soon. So he's like, soon we can go. What he means is next October, okay? Next October we can go because it's not going to be so hot. Connecticut, Stanford, Ontario, my people, NorCal, excellent. Kentucky, Sydney, we are prisoners. Oh my God. Don't get me started. I'll get kicked right off. Pomona, I know where you are because I go by you guys on my way to Mount Baldy. Yeah, that's right. Florida, Ohio, New York, Portland. I've been all over. Palm Springs, New York, I love Palm Springs. That's it. Oh, there you go. Yeah, hi you guys. Jason, call your fucking mother. No, he did call, but I didn't get it. Barrie, Ontario, Seattle, Tucson. I've been all over there. I'm thinking, I ran into a friend of mine. God, where the hell did I run into her? I was at the Empire Center. Anyway, we used to run for years. Richmond, Buenos Aires, Argentina, Nova Scotia, my people. Well, not my people, but Canadian people. Smoky Mountains in Tennessee, wonderful for crystal hunting. Anyway, I ran into my friend. I hadn't seen her in a while. And of course, she's like, I recognized you because your ass. I'm like, did you now? Anyhow, she was talking about property near Palm Springs. So I'm going out that way. Oh my God, your son hasn't called you in 18 months. Get in your car, get on his door and say to him, listen, you little fuck, call your mother. He'll call, but still, they don't want to talk to us really, these boys. Girls are different, but boys, I just have this cup, but I have my protein shake in it. Yes, I did. I did hear 18 months. I know what a little person your son is. I just said, oh my God, I'll receive them on Monday. I love your bracelets. And that's good because I'm making salmon for my friends and they love your bracelets. So I bring them your bracelets. Like my girlfriends love your bracelets. And Lila loves them. Kenna loves them. Lila loves them. And my girlfriends love them. Because those bracelets are so cool. So you know what? So cool. And look at this. Before I answer about McAfee, look. Okay, I hope I'm saying this right. I hope I'm saying her name right, but she is darling. What the hell did I do with the package now? Oh, let me show you what I got in the mail. Okay, Jesselyn sent this to me, and you can get these at jesselynragus.com. Jessie J. Anyway, this is her little card. Look at the back, y'all. She sent me a tarot deck that she illustrated. See that? You can kiss my ass. Yeah, I know they demolished it. Anyway, she wrote her little tarot book. I know she's super cute. I just got it right now. How fucking cute is this, right? We can't stop anything. Just don't do what they tell you to do. Look at her beautiful card. She did it like 70s. Look. She illustrated it like that. Isn't this great? Look, there's Temperance. So this deck reminds me a little bit, if you guys know the Voyager deck, okay? The Voyager deck. So do you guys know the Voyager deck? This is a 70s version. Look at this beautiful Queen of Cups, and it's all ladybugs. My daddy used to say, put little ladybug, give me little ladybug rings and a ladybug radio when I was really little. Anyway, this is the deck, and it's 70s. I'm going to just say it. I don't know what was in her intention, but it's 70s motif, but it reminds me really, really strongly of yes, the Voyager deck. Where do I have that deck? Let's see. I'm not in my pajamas today, but I am wearing my pajama top, and I've been wearing the same thing for 5 days in a row. So let's look over here, you guys. So her deck, okay, is similar to the artistry, but with a 70s motif. So the Voyager deck, current things put in with, I know I just don't change anymore. Still wearing it. And, oh yeah, did you see the cupping on my back? Yeah, I did cupping. Yeah, so this is a Voyager deck, all right? So this is like the 3rd generation of that one. But that's what her deck reminds me of, in that it combines current with old, with all of it. Yeah, cupping works. Jehovah's Witness jabbers. I don't know what that means, but all right. See, look, beautiful. So it's got current and it's got old and it's combination, and it's got the 60s, 70s, right? No, so, oh yeah, well, your hubby's entitled to his opinion, but oh, look at this one, King of Swords, and he's naked. Naked King of Swords. You know, I'm always looking for naked in the decks, right? But no, I love these. Look, Knight of Cups. This is really interesting. Look. Is this Knight of Cups? Yeah, Knight of Cups. But look. So she's done it very, very, I love this. Oh, this guy has his, you know, this is a, you know, erotic deck. So this is the Knight of Pentacles. See him? He's on a zebra and he's all naked. I love naked men on my cards. Just understand that. It's just the way it is. Makes the reading so much more interesting. No, cupping's not painful. I forgot that I did that yesterday. I've got it all. Yeah, look. Oh my God. Look. Where is it? See? It's, yeah, the cupping. I went to my chiropractor, my acupuncture, and, you know, Garrick says, we're going to put the cupping on, because I do not let him. I know, I love naked men on cards, right? I mean, come on. Makes me like to do the readings. Anyway, he says he wants to adjust my neck, but I can't. Yeah, no, I'm not going down lower, Michael. Yeah, I've got all of these all on here. It's this is kind of what I wore yesterday. I was in there yesterday. And so he stretches, he checks my hips, because I'm always climbing up those rocks, and always my shoulders are like weird. So he stretches me, and then works on my hips, and then does something in my mid back. I don't know what that is. Anyway, he goes crunch, crunch, crunch. He's like, breathe in. And I'm like, you're traumatizing me. And then I'm like, fuck. And he's like, yeah, you're not the only one that cusses. And then he puts the prickle things on me, and then the cups. So he does that. Thank you for that. Thank you. From Florida, Cynthia, thank you. I worked at a chiropractor, and it's great to be able to get it. Oh my God, I go to deep, and she does my, she pokes my head, you know, my acupuncture, right? Yeah, I don't do the neck adjustments. I'm with your husband. He's like, just let me do it once. I'm like, no, I can't. Sorry, no. Wait, what are the prickle things? Oh, no, she sticks needles in my head so that I can open up psychically. So I do all of that. Anyway, I love the acupuncture. And then I relax, and then I come out of there, and I'm so out of body that when I go, because I go from one to the other, and then I go into the ultra light, you know, the red lights, whatever. I do that because I can't do neck adjustments. I just mentally can't do it. Then he adjusts my ankles because, you know, I'm running, and I'm like, no. And he pulls my toe. I'm just like, get away from my fucking feet, right? But anyway, it lengthens my body so that I don't injure myself running. Because one year I threw my back and my hip out coming down in Palm Springs. Yeah, I can't do the neck thing. I just can't. My neck doesn't. I don't even want to try. Yeah, this is my pajama blue top. This is actually, it's pajamas. It's so old, I'm wearing pajamas. Yeah, so anyway, how do you heal endometriosis? You know what? Have you seen, oh God, what did Michael say here? Wait, go back. Have you seen the Y strap adjustment? I don't know what that is, but I'm very frightened of it. No, I haven't seen that. Yeah, I know they do everything. I mean, I do sometimes put needles here, but I just can't. Jason cracks his neck, but I can't do that. Anyway, I wanted to thank you. Oh, 4 of Wands. Look. Naked butts. I'm like a 5-year-old. I'm like naked butts. Anyway, thank you so much for that. Let me get your card out again. I'm just saying this at Jesselyn. I hope I'm saying that right. Oh, there's Jana. Yeah, I was posting your daughter and my shenanigans from last year before Keithy. That's why we were so happy. Nothing had happened to Keithy yet. We were having fun. Anyway, this is from Jesselyn. This is her. It is Jesselyn, and then it's ragus.com, and she's an illustrator. Anyway, this is this, but I love my deck. So there it is. It's the naked, I'm going to call it 60s and 7 naked erotic deck. You know, so I like this. It's Tarot Erotique, otherwise known as naked. Yeah, it was before Keith. We had such fun. Yeah, we did, Jana. We had fun. We had such fun. Wait, Jason is also your... I know if I was a man, but I just got to say this, Jason, if you're watching, I have titanium hair. You, on the other hand, have whatever hair color you have. He's like, yeah, I make a tarot deck, but it would be the fuck you and fuck off tarot deck. And so, yeah, you want me to hold her card up again? Here, she's there. Oops, can you see it? Just Google her name. Anyway, this, yeah, she did this beautiful little book and sent it. So great. Yeah, Jason is a moody kid. He'll be 29. Unfucking believable. I remember the day he was born. Blue Lotus tea, yes, is the new what? What does that word mean? I've got to look that up. Yeah, I've been drinking Blue Lotus tea with mugwort and Blue Lotus tea, mugwort, and then wait, there's another one I added into that. Anyway, I'm just drinking that so that happy birthday to your son. Yeah, I'm just drinking shit because I spend 90% of my time by myself, so I will go out running while drinking Blue Lotus tea and mugwort and see what kind of shit comes up, right? So no, Jason's never going to admit if he's here. My Jason won't admit that. So there's that. But I remember giving birth to Jason. Of course I do. So now you're going to get the birth story because Jason will be, hi, Ashley. Oh my God. Jason, call your fucking mama. Well, he's entitled to hate his mama. You know, my discipline moods as a mother, because as a mother, I'm like, you really can't sell drugs out of my house. You can't do drugs. You can't beat the neighbor. You can't do blah, blah, blah. I mean, you know, I was just trying to follow like rules, and he has moon in Capricorn, conjunct Neptune, conjunct Uranus. So he has a mother that's either a drug addict and an astrologer, a mental patient and an astrologer, or Neptune, psychic, moon, Uranus, astrologer. So that's what he had. But anyway, so Jason was supposed to come out on, yeah, I know, right? Jason was supposed to come out on the 10th of July. He would have been a Scorpio moon on that way, okay? He would have been a Scorpio moon. I don't know about that medium. Anyway, anyhow, so he waited till the 14th. What am I saying 16th for? He waited till the 14th. Oh, he's rebellious. But I got Uranus in the first house, so I got rebellious with my mouth because it's in Virgo. But anyway, he was supposed to come out. So I was walking around the house, and then I had these contraction cramps. So I was like, oh my God. Anyway, the midwife was like, you have to stay on your left side because Jason, you have back labor. So back labor was a thing. Oh my God, his little head came out pointed. It was 18 hours because 8 of them were spent on my side. I wouldn't go to a hospital. You were not going to cut me open unless you're lifting some skin and sticking boobs back in their right place. Then you could cut me open. But it was back labor, right? And then I just remember, so my birth mom was there. My birth mom came for both kids' births. So she has a mirror between my legs because the midwife is like, first she grabbed my hand and then put it in me and said, look, you can touch his head. Well, yeah, but I wanted to go shopping. I remember saying, you know, grab that kid down the street, that little kid, Rudy. His name was Rudy. I'm like, that kid sells drugs. Grab that kid and bring the drugs in. That's what I said. They're all looking at me like, no, we're not giving you any fucking drugs now. You're about to push the kid out. And I'm like, how long is this going to take? Like, it's been fucking 18 hours, right? Like, I've had enough. So John's sitting there, and John's 6'2", so he's like bent over, and he's like, okay, breathe, breathe, from Ontario. Hi, Christine. He's like, breathe, breathe, breathe. And I'm like, fuck you, you breathe, right? So anyway, little Jason, he's making his moves, and then, wait, they broke my son's collarbone. Oh my God, this is why I didn't go to the hospital. I did not go to the hospital. So here I am, legs wide open. My mom's got the mirror there, and she's like, look, look, he's coming out. And I'm like, I don't really want to look, but I was looking, and I'm like, wow, that fucking thing down there is not even for fun. Like, there's a human coming out of there. And I was like, oh my God. Anyhow, as I started pushing him, right? As I started pushing him, I flew right. Wait, I was fully dilated, but my dad came in the room and I closed up my baby. Of course you did, because your dad came in. Yeah, I broke my husband's fingers for real. Yeah, I punched John straight in the face. I just was like, yeah. I'll admit he was really good though. We did jacuzzi birth too. We did that, and then I got out to push him out. But anyhow, and Keith almost died in the jacuzzi. We did the same thing. And so, gains, exactly. So anyway, I flew backwards out of my body. So I could see my back like this, and I could see my legs up, and I could see John here, and I could see my mom in front of me. And then I saw the strangest thing. This is true. So the strangest thing happened. So there was Jason, who was not out of my hoo-ha yet, right? So Jason was, hi, Cranbrook, teaching hospital. Yeah, this is why I didn't go to a hospital. I didn't want them taking my baby, ever. So Jason, suddenly I saw him as a 19-year-old man. And then I saw John on my right, even though he was on my left. And I saw Jason hand Johnny a little baby girl with her little wavy hair, and she had a diaper butt on. And I remember this distinctly, okay? Yeah, Jason, I know, apparently to John, Jason acts like me. Never, ever fucking tell Jason that, because he will never call me again. Anyway, so I see Jason hand John this little baby girl, and as I'm pushing my child out, I'm telling John, it was Lila, and I'm telling him what she looks like, little diaper baby. I said, she toddles, so we'll probably meet her when she's like around 10 months old, and that's exactly when we met Lila. 10 months old. I met Kenna before, but when we met Lila, 10 months is the first time we actually, quote, met her. And just like my dream, she toddled up. Wasn't dream, I was out of my body. But see, dimensionally, we go in and out of different dimensions simultaneously. So I hadn't even cut Jason's cord, hadn't even done that, saw Lila. That was it, Rascal Pants. So Rascal Pants was right there. She was right there. So, and then I sucked back into my body, and out came that big fat head. I saw it going on in the spirit above me. That's what I'm saying. When you're psychic, things go on around you. So when I'm looking at you in the physical, I'm seeing stuff in the spiritual, in the psychic, and all of that. But that's true. I was telling John that as I was pushing Jason out. He's going to have a baby rascal that looks like this when he's 19, da-da-da-da-da. And then Jason was a cone head. Remember the cone heads? Anyway, he was a cone head. And then I ripped, and then my midwife just took like a needle and thread and just stitched up the stitch. She stitched up my hooch, right? Like, she stitched it. She's like, oh, his shoulder. And I'm like, ee. And then I'm like, ee. But then, okay, so then his placenta was born, the little house, and it was so cute. No, I didn't eat the placenta, period. Anyway, people in my birth class did, but it came out, and there's like it's like a silk blanket. That's why babies go like this with a silk blanket, and they do this. Oh, emergency C-section. Poor baby had a bruised up head. Yeah, for them to come out, but they had the little thing, and so Jason's little face was, right there like that. So it was really, really cute. Anyway, that's what happened. And I saw, it's like satin. Out come the placenta. But when the placenta was coming out, I was like, is there another baby in there? Like, you only told me there was one. What is this pain? And then when my uterus contracted back, like a week later, because it's out like this, right? Your uterus had a 9-pound, Jason was 9+ pounds, 9 pounds and a bit. But anyway, your uterus is huge, right? So it goes back in. And when it contracts back, it's like contraction pains going backwards. So of course I'd eaten fish and I thought that I had food poisoning. I always go to food poisoning. It's easy to say I had food poisoning. Anyway, little Chirp came out that way, and yeah, it was so cute. And then when I was pregnant with Doodleberry, I was at a restaurant and we were eating, and Keithy was supposed to come on the 16th of December, but he came on the 18th, and Dewey was there, and my friend at dinner, Bob, said, I'll bet you $100 that you have this baby before 10 o'clock at night. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, I'm not going to have this baby before 10 o'clock at night. Guess what? Went right into labor. And all you can hear on the video, because my mom was videoing Keith's birth, I went into the jacuzzi. John had to save Keith. You know that. John did save Keith, actually. And he had to go to the hospital after, because really the home birth didn't go so well. He got caught. The cord was around down here, down his leg, around his little hips, which he ended up dying from that anyway, like a hard birth, a hard death. But as I was pushing him out, you could hear me saying, I can't get out of my body. I can't get out of my body. So Keith grounded me into this life. So different than Jason. Keith grounded me in. Keith's moon sign, Keith has Pluto in Sag and Moon in Scorpio, out of sign conjunction in the 4th house. So you know that's some fuckery there. Anyway, I couldn't get out of my body. So I was like, I felt Keith. What I didn't feel with Jason, I felt with Keith. So my whole world has been shifted with my Keithy. So there, anyway, yeah, Lila has half siblings. She does. Half sister. Yeah. So anyway, other side of the family. No, the uterus doesn't come out. The placenta does, but the uterus contracts back in. That hurts like hell. That's always food poisoning to me. I was like, oh my God, what is this pain? And then, yeah, I mean, after Keith, literally after Keith, I put John's pants on because I couldn't fit into my own pants, and he had man pants. And I literally, back labor was the worst. I literally got in the ambulance with Keith and drove to Children's Hospital, because the midwife called the ambulance because of Keith. Drove to Children's Hospital as my 9-pound baby had his little eyes covered like this, and he had all these little things hooked up to his little eyes. He couldn't breathe. He had tachypnea, which means he got strangled coming out, so his brain thought he couldn't breathe, so like this. And anyway, his little monitor kept going off, so they took the monitor off him and the baby thing, and I'm like, put it back on. I don't want anyone stealing. And then they got really mad at me at Children's Hospital. Why, you ask? Because I'd just given birth and I had a home birth, and you know, the hospitals don't like that. They don't like birthing centers. They don't like home births. They don't like midwives because they want money. It's 10 grand, right? So, but that's not the point. We paid the midwife 6 grand out of pocket. It's not covered by insurance. So I wanted my children not born in a hospital, and I was very adamant about that. I did not want them being stolen. I did not want them in the system that way. I did not want any of that. However, poor Doodle, because he was sideways, he was transverse, so we pushed his head down into spots. So we must have caught the placenta up in that, which caused problems. Really lucky he didn't die, you know, at that time. Unfortunately, he did die now, but anyway, he had a life. All of that aside, when I was in the hospital, they're like, you had a home birth, and they got all like bent out of shape. So I went to the machine and I got a chocolate bar because I had not eaten and I was exhausted. And when I walked in Children's Hospital in Hollywood, there was a viral pneumonia outbreak. So me walking in, I'm like, there's a viral pneumonia outbreak. So my uterus, my belly's out like this, like literally an hour before I just gave birth to Dew. So I'm walking like I'm in the hospital. I'm wearing some kind of weird sweatshirt and Johnny's pants, like ugly ass man pants. However, and they're open, but I couldn't even fit them around my fat legs, right? I'm huge. I'm bleeding, because you bleed after that. I am literally bleeding. My doctor told me to get home because he said, your uterus is going to fall out of your body, right? Keith was a Leo rising. He said, your uterus is going to fall out of your body. And I'm like, I'm not leaving my kid in a hospital. This is my nightmare. This is my fucking nightmare. So no. And I went in the bathroom, filthy bathroom in a hospital with a sign outside of it that says viral pneumonia outbreak. Viral pneumonia outbreak. Okay, so I'm peeing on the toilet. There's all kinds of things coming out. I'm like, ew. And I'm hemorrhaging basically. So I stuffed a bunch of toilet paper up there. Very fucking unhygienic. And I went up and found my Keith. I went up and found Dewey, right? So I was fine. I was walking literally an hour after having Keith. So I found Keithy, and oh, your uterus actually did fall out. My mother-in-law's too later on in life, not now. But anyway, I found Dewey, and well, he looked like a dewdrop when he was born. And let's see, the doctors caused my brother. Yeah, they don't know what they're doing. I probably almost caused Keith's problems, but little Dewey, he came out, and he was up there, and they had him all taken care of, and he had these big chubby arms. So it is possible for a uterus to fall out. Absolutely. Yeah, it really, really is. I had a heart attack. Oh my God. Oh my God. Heart attack and giving birth. Jesus. Prolapsed uterus. Exactly. So they were afraid of that. My mother-in-law had that, and she only had John, but she had that. And it actually, I remember when she had it, because she called me into the bathroom. She was like in her 70s, and she's like, what is this? And I'm like, oh, we're going to the doctor. And so they had to take her, she had to do a hysterectomy, because I'll tell you about when he was born. He tortured his mother as well. But anyway, I found Keithy, and I got a chocolate bar. So I was getting ready to breastfeed, and the nurse in the neonatology unit, she goes, you shouldn't be eating that, because it will be fucking bad for the baby, because it's not good food. And I'm like, lady, I literally just gave birth an hour ago. I'm hungry. I'm going to eat this, because like there's no catered meals up here. So I'm going to fucking eat this. And she's like, well, it's going to hurt the baby when you're breastfeeding. And I'm like, just fucking mind your business. And I sat down, I'm breastfeeding him. Now keep in mind, Keithy was 9+ pounds and 22 inches long, right? And so he was healthy. I was not a crack addict. However, the babies in the neonatology were all the size of my hand. And she was treating those parents better. Those were drug babies, okay? I was told that by the nurse. Anyway, they did the Billy Rubin thing with Dewey, and I know, I was eating all the way through my labors. Anyway, yeah, I just was there. And then, so I had to get a lawyer at 4 o'clock in the morning, because then they banned me from the hospital from breastfeeding. So I had to get a lawyer. John found a lawyer, 4 a.m., and we put a stop to the hospital, because I didn't want to stop breastfeeding, and they didn't want me near the baby, because I just wouldn't shut the fuck up. But I got clearance, and eventually they had to go backwards and do my child the way that I chose to do it, which was to breastfeed my child. So that's what I did. Anyway, we got a lawyer. The lawyer stepped in and put an injunction so that they couldn't, it's okay. You'll have pregnancy. It'll be fine. Anyway, that's what happened. So Keithy, no, it's true, but see, it's money. For Keith's 1 week stay, keep in mind, 9 pounds. Nothing wrong with him after the first 24 hours, but he is a baby. So I understand that. He did not have, they literally, I told you the story. They literally called up John back in the day of non-cell phones and called him at home. I was there. He put it on speaker, and they're like, ring, 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 ring. Is this Mr. Bella? Yes. Well, your wife, then he put it on speakerphone. Your wife, we need to make a plan to stop your wife from coming in the hospital because she's not well. This is what they were saying. And John's like, well, why is that? And then they're like, well, your baby, talking about Keith, right? 8 pounds, 8 ounces. Yeah, that's fine. No, babies are big. Exactly. But I mean, 8 pounds, 8 ounces is big coming out. Anyway, they go, well, because your son Keith, he swallowed the meconium. So the hospital was straight-faced fucking lying. The meconium is the first poop that a baby does. When a baby aspirates on meconium, I educated myself with a crazy woman from Harvard who was like she had 7 kids that she home birthed. She was a Harvard medically trained doctor and basically like anti-establishment, anti-men, anti-everything, almost lesbian, but not. She loved her husband. And so she's the one that educated me on how to have birth and how to keep my woman powered. So I went at it like that, okay? So I'm anti whatever the establishment of men say. I'm like, no, I'm going to do this. So I was educated with what the meconium was. Anyway, they tried to tell my husband that. And so then John's like, well, we didn't see the meconium in the birth water. So you would see it. The baby would aspirate. The water that you break would be dark because of that. My Keith didn't swallow the meconium though. They lied about that to make it seem worse. And they're like, the baby can die, needs to be checked. So it was close to, I was going to say 50,000, but if I remember correctly, it was close to 75,000 for 7 days in the hospital. The only time that we had insurance, John had gotten it for Keith's birth because he had a psychic hit. I did not have a psychic hit. He had hi from Chile. He had a psychic hit that Keith would end up in the hospital, and said it the first week I was pregnant, which was really interesting. You certainly would have seen it. Yeah, I would have seen the meconium, of course. So I knew they were lying. Anyway, they tried everything. So I held a meeting at the hospital. Like, I've just given birth. So like 2 days after I've given birth, I had the whole neonatology staff. They wanted to talk to me, and they were trying to tell me why my son needed to stay there. And so here's what was so interesting. I was in breastfeeding Keith because I got the injunction from my lawyer to stop them from telling me how to raise my fucking kid. I didn't want him having a bottle. So I was driving from the valley, from Burbank to Hollywood every 2 hours to breastfeed Keith and go home to Jason right after giving birth. I didn't sleep until Keith came home with me. I didn't sleep. So I was doing that. My daughter, yeah, there you go. She almost died. When a baby aspirates the meconium, for God's sakes, it's like, you're not in confusion. Guelph. Anyway, so I'm driving back and forth. So it's all Christmas time, Christmas shopping, and I'm not slept. Okay. So I literally would sleep in the car outside the hospital, go in, breastfeed Keithy. I want him sucking on the boob, no bottles. So, and Jason never had bottles either. So I did that, went back and forth. And while I was sitting there, so his little thing is there and I'm sitting there, I'm in the scrubs and all that. And I'm suckling with my little Keithy. And there's a baby beside me. I've told this story too. So if I'm repeating myself, my apologies, but I will continue because, it happens. Anyway, the baby next to me is something like this big, okay? Can fit in the hand. The doctors swoop in. They cut the baby's chest open and they start doing surgery on this baby, like 8 of them right there, right next to me. I'm breastfeeding and this little baby's body's open, right? So I'm like, I talk to them and I'm like, I need to breastfeed my child somewhere safe. And so they never put a mask on me or Keith. And I'm like, I don't fucking know what's coming out of that baby's body. And they're like, well, it's a drug baby. And I'm like, yeah. And they treated those parents great. Me, they fucking hated. I was on no drugs, took nothing. And again, reverse world. So anyway, I got a special room where I got to breastfeed Keith because I am that obnoxious. They put a mattress on the floor though, but I sat on the mattress. They had a fridge in there and that's what I did. And yeah, surrogate next life for sure. But I wanted to feel giving birth. So anyway, I would suckle Keithy there and I went and picked him up on Christmas morning. And so all through Christmas, I slept on the couch. People came in and out of the house. I have no idea what happened. I was sound asleep. With Keith, I was 28 with Keith, 28, turning 29, I think. I don't really know how old I was. Hold on. My doctor got banned from the hospital as well, and they said they sent a nurse home. This is Children's Hospital line. We sent a nurse home to check on you, and they charged another $25,000 for an in-home nurse that never showed up once, but they billed the insurance. That's how the insurance works, okay? No, I wasn't going to let them tell me I couldn't breastfeed, and I'm not going to let them tell me I can't have kids at home. Granted, it was a bit dangerous with Keith, and thinking back on it, I might do it with a doula in the hospital now, but at the time, like, don't tell me how to give fucking birth, and especially if you're a man. I don't want to hear it from you. Like, back up. And that's why John delivered our kids, because he's the one that knocked me up. So if you knock me up, you're responsible for delivering them. You don't get to go out and sit and fucking whatever it is you fucking men do when women are giving birth. You stand right there with me, and you're going to watch that kid come out of there, and then that's what you're going to watch. Because if I have to do it, you have to do it. That's how I was. But anyway, let me see how old I was when I had Keith. Oh my God, right? Hello, I don't even know, but I'll tell you. I would have been, when Keith was 6 months old, I would have been turning the next age, whatever that is. So I even forget, okay. I have to do this, I'm sorry. Like, I was 29, sorry, I was 29. Like I was 29. Anyway, that's what happened with Keithy. And then Keithy came home, and the only thing that he had was his left eye had, well, his eyes had astigmatism, which we didn't know because he was so good at sports. But in first grade, the teacher was like, I think he has an eye problem, but he had great coordination. His eyes didn't work so well, and that could have been from what happened strangling at birth, but they called it astigmatism. So that's a genetic thing, but I don't know. Oh, absolutely, the dads are helping. You're not knocking my fucking ass up, gaining 100 pounds, pushing a human out of a fun spot and not sticking around to see what you did. You will bond with the child and you'll help me give birth. Even though you can't help me give birth because it's coming out of my body. But that's what you're going to do. Anyway, yeah, so what was I saying? I was saying something. Anyway, Keith had astigmatism. So just before he died, I was looking for doctors to get him the surgery to correct the stigmatism to see what we could do, but you had to wait till he was 25. So he died at 24. But I was starting to research. I told him I'd pay for the surgery, which was, I think it's like 5,000 or 6,000 to do that surgery if you pay. I don't have insurance. So I told him I will do that so that you can have it. So I started like researching doctors for him, and we were going to start going on adventures to interview doctors so that he could have his eyesight corrected, but he died. Yeah. Yeah, it's not LASIK. It was something, well, it probably is LASIK, but it was something. Oh, you got shamed. Yeah, I know. You shouldn't get shamed for not breastfeeding. Absolutely. Yeah, they're fucking breastfeeding Nazis. Do what you want with your child. It's your child. So do what you want with your child. That was my thinking. Yeah, I was going to do all kinds of surgery interviews because Keith's an athlete, so I wanted him to do that, right? Something like that. So you had to wait till you were 25 to have the eye surgery, till your brain and your eyes, 25. That's what they told me, because I told you the story, but when we found out that he needed glasses, he had very thick glasses. He hated them. He was so cute, though. When I see little boys with glasses, I'm a fan. Probably scaring the parents because they're like, why is this adult woman after my child with glasses? Because they remind me of Keithy, especially with little blonde hair. It's so cute. They're so cute, but Keith hated them. So when he was 10, I got him contacts. So, and I told you I had to go to Saya and my friend Maria's daughter and get her to take the one contact, out of his eye because he was going crazy. Oh my God, legally blind at 26. I'm sorry. Yeah, breastfeeding helps your uterus contract. Absolutely. Andy sees a football-shaped cornea. There you go. There you go. Yeah. So anyway, human head weighs 8 pounds. Yeah, Keith had a big head. And yeah, it was painful. Keith I felt, but Keith was out in 5 hours. Jason, I was out of body. So yeah, Keith's eyes are fine now. But yeah, I was just saying, I was looking for him to have the surgery. So that's something I promised him, whatever, to make him feel better in life is what I wanted for him to do. Aw, sweet at 41. Yeah, so cute. There, Sag Sun and Scorpio Moon. Like chirpy, like dewy. I had tons of names for my kids, just tons of names. Yeah, Keithy, wait. Well, my mom has green eyes, birth mom. My sister has blue eyes. Some people, John's dad had blue eyes. So we have them on both sides of the family. I have green through my eyes. I want to get, yeah, don't be scared of the LASIK. Just do your research. Every surgery's crazy. But yeah, Jason has called his mom. Yeah, Keithy's eyes were beautiful blue-green. They were like a seafoam green, and my mother had that. Birth mother I'm talking about. Hi there, James. How are you? Look, I put my hands on my hips. Anyway, not green people. Okay. But yeah, Keithy. So on both sides of the family are blue. I have hazel and they're gold with flecks of gold. They go green. Like when I was pregnant, they were green the whole pregnancy. 1219 Sag. Yeah, I love the Sag. Oh, thank you, Jonathan. Yeah, so hazel green. John has dark brown. Jason has dark brown. Jason and John's coloring is exactly like Keithy has like my freckles, my face, my this, angular face. Anyway, that was my story of Keith's birth, right? Grape green. Oh, green, grape green. Yeah, beautiful. That's it. Seafoam green. Keithy had beautiful eyes. So beautiful. Exactly. Keith and Jimmy were so handsome. And Jason. Yeah, Jimmy had dark eyes too. Dark hair, dark eyes. Doodle was tall. Yeah, I know. Keith was so cute. Gold, sign of the lion. Exactly. That's what I am. And Keithy, but they're hazel. Yeah, well, Hazel's fine. Anyway, that's my story of giving birth to Keith. And then Keith was so happy and fun, had a big smile. And then after I had Keith, I had the postpartum depression. So I was like, I don't really like this baby. I had him and I literally had postpartum depression. But I wouldn't let go of him. And then he had this little blonde wisps of, yeah, you don't have to be a drug addict to be a Pisces. But yeah, so Keithy had this little tiny, like, toe-headed blonde hair. And he was cute, but I slept with him every night. Like, I just slept with him. And I had terrible postpartum depression after that. And then his brother died, which sent me into both depression, grief. And now here I am at the end of my life living through the same thing without the postpartum. No, I didn't. I did it at home. I didn't have any drugs. That's why I did it. I did it natural, no drugs. Kenna had no drugs either. So yeah, no, I did it all natural. No drugs, no nothing. I wanted drugs, but no drugs. Nah. Well, the end of my life, like I'm in, whatever. Like when I should be enjoying my Keith, who told me he wasn't going to let me babysit his kids when he had his daughters. He wasn't going to let me babysit them. And I said I was going to kidnap them and babysit. It was our joke. He's like, I'm not going to let you babysit. I'm like, all I'm going to do is babysit. So that's what I mean. This is where I was looking to have my life. Lamaze for both children. Very good. Yeah. No drugs, natural. I just didn't want to, I wish I'd met Keith. Yeah, Keith was very, contrary to my family not wanting to acknowledge that he was following the metaphysical path, he was metaphysical in his thought and very Sagittarius-like. So they're pondering other questions. Sometimes people on this side, and I will say this, speaking of that, sometimes people on this side get distracted by people. Lila's so beautiful. I love my rascal. She's psychic too. I had drugs, all right. Well, good for you. Have your drugs. You could do what you want. That's the point of being a woman. All women should be able to choose for themselves. No episiotomy. No, I did no episiotomy either, but I ripped, but it's sewed up and my hooch is fine. I mean, I like it, whatever. It's fine. But yeah, no, all women need to have, lapis for calmness, but all women need to have a choice to do what they want to do. Happy birthday. All women need to do what they want to do within their capacity. There's nothing wrong. Yeah, I know. There's nothing wrong with having an epidural, having drugs, not having drugs, going to a hospital, having a home birth. It's up to you how you want to give birth. That is your choice. That is my point. I don't need the male-dominated, no offense to the hot men out there. You know who you are. Anyway, no offense to y'all, but it's male-dominated society with women's bodies, and I don't go for that, and I never did. So I was very fanatical about that, and I don't want anybody controlling me with what I'm doing with my body. I'll choose who and what and when I do to my body. You can choose for you. If you want to go get, whatever you want, you can absolutely do whatever you want. I support you. If you don't want to breastfeed, don't fucking breastfeed. Don't do it. If you want to bottle feed and do whatever you want to do. I don't in the long run think it makes a difference for human beings, but I wanted to experience the physical feeling of giving birth to my children so that I could feel it. I spent a lot of my life outside of my body, so I wanted to physically feel that, okay? And I also wanted to make choices, and I was very stubborn about it. I'm a first house Pluto, so I'm very stubborn. Thank you for that, Joe. Thank you so much. That's so nice. I wanted to feel it. I wanted to actually ground into my body so that I was aware of what I was doing. Yeah, I loved being pregnant. It was after, I got pregnant, like after I had the kid. I had, I couldn't sleep. I was like, no, nuts. But, anyway, I wanted to do with my body what I wanted to do. Scorpio rising can make you psychic. Absolutely. Of course. Yeah. Scorpio is a water sign and it can definitely make you psychic. Not going to mention the, Arlene's sending me text. When Biden knocks on your door, tick-tock, knock, knock. Who's there? Oh, it's President Biden. Did you take the prick yet? Why, no, Mr. Biden, I didn't. I mean, President, should I kiss your feet? Get off my doorstep, mother effer. Hi, Jackie. How are you? I'm Sag and Hazel Green. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, it is painful. Jason literally tried to fucking escape out of the belly. He looked like an alien. He would come out so far in my belly and move like a crazy person. Keithy moved for nobody. Nobody. You could put your hand there and he would stop moving, but he would move inwards towards me, but he would not move outwards. So we didn't see Keithy moving around like that. Keithy was like all in there and he's like, yeah, I don't know about you. Jason was fucking like, let me get out the belly like this, punching and doing everything. He will hire Jehovah's Witnesses. I know. Scorpio moon, very psychic. Absolutely. All signs can be psychic. I mean, I don't have anything in me that's traditionally, quote, psychic, except for the Virgo in the first house, right? Leave my uterus alone. Yeah, leave my fucking uterus alone. Just leave it. Yeah, maybe Camilla, whatever her name is, can come to the front door. The vice president, maybe she should come. Oh, your son was early. Oh my goodness. Well, that saves on the gaining 100 pounds part of it. Jason was 9+ pounds. Both boys were 9+ pounds, 22 inches long. Jason's head, Keith's head was bigger. Keith's body was like so little and this big head. My friend used to call him an alien because Keith had a triangle shaped head. And so my friend would give me a dollar bill when I carried Keith around. He'd come up, my friend, and I've forgotten his name. Jesus. He's long since been dead. Vic. Anyway, Vic would come up and give me a dollar bill and say, this is for the kid's bank account when he's older with that head of his. He would say that and I'm like, don't comment on my baby's head. Don't do that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, small. I mean, my kids were big, but he would do that. He would. Oh my gosh, early December 18th. Yeah, Rosemary's Baby. There, you got that one. It took him a week to unfree my videos. Midland, Ontario. There you go. That's where my mom lived at the end of her life. My adopted mom, not my birth mom. They're on 2 separate coasts, so it's all over. I have moms and I have dads and I have all that shit. Oh my God, you gained 25 and 27 pounds. I went from 123 to 227. Score. With Keithy, I went from 130 to 207. Score. So yeah, a forced IUD. Oh my God, exactly. Yeah, so anyway, they never showed no, they didn't, but you know, the baby had hoofs and red eyes like this, 50 pounds. Yeah, I just gained, I think my thyroid, you gained 6 pounds. You rock. You could wear skinny mini pants. Right now, if I was pregnant, I'd be wearing mini skirts and high heels, have my belly out there and my cleavage, but this was weird when I was pregnant, 35 weeks, February 14th. Both babies 8 pounds. You know, it's interesting because when I was pregnant, I had this tremendous fear of being raped. This is what was in my head. I was probably crazy from the hormones, but when I would go through the mall, I noticed how men smiled at you when you were pregnant. And then I was like, why the fuck are they smiling, right? Like, why? Well, I mean, people maybe are happy and stuff like that, but I was like, why are they smiling? This is how crazy I was. But I was like, you gained 60 with all 3. See, and your belly gets just, you know. I was like, why are they smiling? And then I thought about it. If you did too? Yeah, I'm like, if these fuckers think I'm pregnant, then they can rape you and they're never going to get you pregnant. That just went through my head. So I stopped going out. Some guys, yeah, it's creepy. I know, I could feel the looks and I'd come home and try to be like, I don't think they want some other, some other dude's pregnant wife. And I'm like, I can't go in the mall anymore. So that was a problem. Yeah, they can't knock you. You did. Yes, I was scared. Yeah, because they can't get you pregnant. So it's their instinct to fucking drag you down and attack you. This is just what I thought through my pregnancies. Don't know. You gained 70. I mean, seriously, I did. Oh my God, you gained 150 pounds. Oh, on psych meds. I thought you meant pregnant. I was like, shit. Yeah, psych meds can make you heavy. Steroids can make you heavy. Yeah, just leave my body alone. I'll do what I want to my body. That's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. You know what I want to do? I want to, because I know you're not supposed to tattoo your face, but I'm like, I just want to put decorations down here just because I'm old and I don't care. How about that? It doesn't matter now. When I was young, they used to tell you, don't do this because you ruin your looks. It doesn't matter. Your looks doesn't matter. Have an awesome wardrobe during pregnancy and my scale skyrocketed. See, you did good. I look like a blueberry That's what my stepson called me because I wore overalls this color. And I just wore pregnancy overalls. The entire thing was sandals. Blew my feet out. I was so fat. Yes, I was. That's what I did. Anyway, twins, I know. It's so, I want a full mural. Yeah, I've always wanted, well, I shaved my head back here, but I've always wanted to write, fuck you back here, really, for people. Fuck you, like, get away from behind me, right? I looked fat too. That's why I did look like a blueberry. Jimmy called me a blueberry. He's like, I forget from what movie, but that's what he called me. And with Jason, I wore pink. With Keith, I wore blue. So I want to write fuck you back here, right? Fuck you on the back of my neck. And then on my arm, I want to write what Keith had on his phone when I found his phone and opened it. I didn't get all the way in, but the thing that showed up on his phone, and I wrote it on his card when he died, but it said, stop looking for happiness in the same place you lost it. So I want to put that all down here. And then I just want to put fuck you and fuck off on the back of my neck. I really do. That's what I think. And that's what I want to do. Yes, I know it's not nice, but I've wanted to do that since I was like 16, and I haven't changed my mind about it. Yes, they are 97 pounds to 179. There you go. There you go. Willy Wonka, blueberry. There you go. Thank you. I forgot the movie, but Jimmy was always coming in and he was like, you know what you look like? And I'm like, you could shut up. But then he helped me get back into shape. That's Johnny's son, Jimmy, my stepson. Cooked chicken and grilled vegetables on the barbecue every night for my fat ass, and then would watch my Jason and then watch my Keith until he died when he was home for the first 6 months if he was home. Hi, Michael. How are you? Michael. And so I could run up and down the hills in Burbank trying to lose fat off my ass after giving birth to these watermelons that I gave birth to. Scary movie, Willy Wonka. Are you not talking about that yet? Wait, talking about what? No, I was talking about giving birth, because everybody can, whatever. I craved yellow watermelon. Oh my God, so good. Yeah, I craved with Jason pizza, cheese, and non-fat yogurt. I got so fat with Keith. Got fat really quick, like your body goes right back into, oh my God, you have twin Geminis, the twins. So I got back into, for the last 4 months of the pregnancy, I ate steamed vegetables. That's all I ate, steamed vegetables and 1 yogurt a day and 1 potato. And I still got up to 207. And I walked 12 miles a day. I did drink coffee with Keith and I did bleach my hair. Because I was like, I can't gain to 200 pounds again, be brunette, and sleep all day long. So I think I gave Keith ADD. I was a selfish mom with Keith. I was selfish about that. But it did him good. Anyway, has anyone had their lips on their face disappear at age 40? What do you mean? The lips just go away? No, you can line them. You can always, fried oysters. I can't even. Banana popsicles. That sounds good. Yeah, twin Leos. Oh my goodness, I love. Look at itch. I craved ice. Oh, ice chips. That's the iron. My mother ate dirt because birth mother, because she was bed rest with all three after the. Yeah, okay, bed rest. I was on bed rest with Jason so that I didn't miscarry because I kept miscarrying, and finally I told that kid I drank raspberry tea, and I'm like, you know what? I can't sit still. I've got to go out. So if you decide to leave, then you're going to have to leave, but I'm not staying in bed for the rest of the pregnancy. And he stayed. Preeclampsia. Yeah, that's bad too. No, I just can't. I couldn't handle seafood after Jason ever. Like just salmon, but no more lobster, none of that. My taste buds changed. That's all I mean by that. And I can't do oysters anyway. I can't. Spicy food. Yeah, I crave lemons. That's a good one. Dirt. Yeah, see, your grandma was low on iron. Tater tots. Yeah, I know. My mom ate dirt and paper and only gained 18 pounds with me. Yeah, blueberry stain. And I got popcorn teeth too. Crabs. Oh my God, right? Yeah. Wait, I don't even know who you're talking to. Anyway, so tater tots dipped in mayo. Well, that would have put more shit on my ass. 9 pounds. Bravo. Seafood during, yeah, no, I couldn't. I just couldn't. I tried and I couldn't. I also tried to eat sausage with Jason. I cooked sausage, not sausage, sausage patties. I ate it, and you know what happened? I threw it up in the sink. Like, I literally took a bite, threw it up. had one piece of Kentucky Fried Chicken, threw it up. So I could never eat that stuff. Could never. Me and Keithy love ice. We did that. Anyway, those are my birth stories. I've just really literally wasted the huge amount of time talking about birth. So, nice to see you as well. I'm late too. I'm late to the party. I'm late to everything. Oyster shooters. Yeah, people like that, right? Turkey patties. I don't eat that anymore. Used to matches ate. Oh, used matches as a kid. You ate matches? Couldn't take the smell of bacon. Bacon banned from the house. Exactly. Crave Slurpees. Says sugar. Yeah, definitely. I like the Coca-Cola sugar Slurpees. Yeah. I had morning sickness with Keith, not with Jason. Jason loves to eat. For a person who boycotted his mother's food, Jason eats steak and potatoes and salad and vegetables. And Keith would eat chicken, steak, potatoes, salmon, and broccoli. Exactly what I fed, right? My mouth was a food hole. That's okay. It happens. Yeah, I can't do bacon. I can't do bacon. Oysters look like, yeah, it does look like snot. Not that I eat my snot, but I probably have. I might eat my snot. I don't know. Maybe I do and I don't know it. Yeah, so anyway, bacon and liver. I ate frozen yogurt too. Yeah, I'm thrown up from the bacon part of it. I crave steak. Yeah, steak's not bacon is disgusting. I don't eat bacon. I drank soda pop and I haven't. Good for you. Good for you, nail polish remover. I'm really hoping you didn't drink that pregnant. Anyway, I want to talk about this now that thank you for letting me talk about my children birth popcorn, birth stories, wild hog bacon. I have a thing against bacon, but it's a lifelong, probably past long. Beets are good for your liver. Absolutely. Some people like liver. I don't know. I was morning sick with Keith all the way up to 7.5 months. I mean, I was on camera. I refused to acknowledge I was pregnant. I stuffed Keith into a girdle because they kept saying, you're gaining weight. And I was too afraid to lose my job because when you're pregnant, you'll lose your job. They consider you. I felt all of these things from people around me. It was horrible. And poor Keith, I stuck him in a Spanx while I was pregnant. And finally, I got so pregnant, like pregnant, that I had to say I was pregnant. But up until about 7 months, I just kept saying I was fat because they fucking fire you. They fire you on camera. They fire you. Seriously. So I was like, no, I'm fat. And people would say that. And I'm like, I'm fat. Then after I had Keith, like I said, I carried him like an appendage, like a purse. I'm like, I'm not fat. I was pregnant like this. So it was pretty funny. It was a show on NBC a long time ago called The Other Side. So I was on a lot of guest appearances and all of that, but I was pregnant. So I worked on camera through both of my kids' pregnancies. And then 2 days before I gave birth, they canceled the show. Keithy likes beets, yes. And so that's, I felt everything. I told you the story with Christopher Reeves. I was in the green room, not in the green room. I was on the stage at NBC and Christopher Reeves was there and I was newly pregnant with Keith and he was standing outside the bathroom that everybody uses when they're on stage. And I was running down the hallway. I had to pee because I don't like to pee anyway. I run in the house every day because me peeing, I drank nail polish remover. Oh no. No, I craved alcohol with Keith. That's true. I did crave that. But, oh good, you get a haircut. Gets a haircut bald. No, don't go bald, Anthony. It's fine. Just trim your hair. And if you are bald, just like shave it and write fuck you on the back of your head and then we're all done. But yeah, so anyway, I ran down the hall and there was Christopher Reeves standing outside the bathroom. And I was like this, jumping because I had to get back on. They had to stop. And I was like this, like this, like this. And he's like, you can go in front of me. And I was like, oh my God, great. And I ran in the bathroom. And then I'm in there. I shut the door. I'm like, he's going to hear me pee. So then I got pee shy. So I'm in the bathroom jumping around. I'm like, I don't want Superman to hear me pee. So I turned all the water on, which I do in the bathroom, and I peed. And then I'm like, oh, what if I smell? But I didn't smell. But I'm like, what if I do? Because I'm pregnant and you can always smell your pee when you're pregnant. So then I was like spraying shit all over the bathroom, all of this. And then I walked out and I'm like, thank you so much. He was reading the paper in a brown leather jacket with his jeans on. He he was going on Jay Leno's show. I was in the same NBC's thing, and he was leaning against the thing with his paper reading. And I just remember he was really nice, very calm. But I remember feeling no energy either way. You get into those studio hallways and it's like a vacuum. Like there's no personality to the inside of a studio. And it was a week later he had that accident. It was a week later, I think. So I had met him there. And then the next time I ran I kept hiking up the hill till I was 7.5 months pregnant with Keith, but it took me fucking hours, okay? I couldn't get, because your gravity's down. And when Keith died, I had the same thing. My body was pulled down like this. So the gravity of his pregnancy and the gravity of that. The next time I went down the hallway, more pregnant with Keith, I ran into Kevin Costner's people because he was on the Tonight Show. And the guy's like this. He's like, you can't come in this bathroom. And I'm like, get the fuck out of my way. It was his bodyguard. He's like, Mr. Costner. I said, I don't fucking care. I have to pee. I'm pregnant. I'm working over there. Move. And so I just remember like how arrogant blocking the fucking hallways from the bathroom because of your precious actor. Fuck you. I got to pee, buddy. So anyway, I ran down the hall. I know they think they're so special. I was like, do you want me to pee here? Because I'll fucking pee here. I mean, I do. I pee in parking lot. Well, you know, women, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, Christopher Reeves. Very sad. Very sad. Yeah, the old Superman did commit suicide. He jumped right out the window, didn't he? Yeah, probably. I mean, they probably pushed him out the window. Yeah, NBC in Burbank. Yeah, exactly. But it's a very dead set. And then Jay Leno would come down. We see Jay Leno all over town, though. Like his airport hangar with all his cars, however you want to do it, is right down the street. So Jay Leno's all over Burbank. That's not an uncommon thing. You see him all the time. So there you go. Yeah, no, Jay was very nice. Jay Leno's wife, nice. And did you know his wife, Mavis, is an astrologer, but you don't see her out there very often. So Jay Leno's done some things. I've heard about the things that he's done through people who knew his manager. So he is, in effect, one of them. He is, in effect, one of them. Okay. However, his wife, I guess he kept her behind the scenes because she is a well-known astrologer, but nobody knows about her. So there's that. I can't believe his wife died. Well, his wife died because she absorbed all of the energy from that. And so, you know, she absorbed his energy. I think with Christopher Reeve, he was too tall. He was like Keith. If Keith had lived, he was 6'5", Keithy's 6'4". If you hit the ground, like you're too big to be on a horse, really. I don't mean that in a negative way because I think Jay Leno sold out. Sorry, I do. He was very, 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 very nice, but they're not going to tell you their shit. Like if someone's a fucking horrible person, they're not going to tell you, hey, I'm a fucker and I'm going to do this to you. They're not going to tell you that, right? So, no, Kevin Costner's people wouldn't let me go in the bathroom. Like, you're going to stop a little girl from going in the bathroom when she's pregnant? What are you talking about? Christopher Reeves. Yeah, I believe Jay Leno is, but they have this appearance and you can tell it because they're very socially constructed in a way where they're pleasant and they're this and they're that. And they have, you know, oh yeah, it took all the calcium out of your teeth. I've heard of that before. Sold out along with his chin. Well, his chin was implanted in, I heard. I don't know if that's true, but this is what I've heard. Anyway, exactly. So they are like that. I mean, you know, how do you get that much money? I mean, whatever. You're not that funny. But anyway, he was very nice when I met him. So I can only go by what I met him. And I met him a long time. Yes, Esther's on here. Say hi to Esther. Oh, yeah, okay, there you go. He's had that chin. Then he's had that chin. One of my friends who worked with him, worked at the studio, talked about his old manager and what went on there. But I am saying he was very nice when I met him. However, you know me, I'm suspect. I think he's sold out. Sorry. Johnny Carson was very nice too. I like Jim. Yeah, Jim doesn't believe in the whole satanic thing. Jim Breslow, yeah. Me and Michael were on the show, not Michael Esther, Michael, producer Michael, of Jim's show. And he's more along, Michael, the producer, is more along, I know so many Michaels, right? But Michael's more along the line of how I think. And Jim just didn't understand it, which is so interesting. But anyway, Jay Leno in the Valley, he has his hangar down here with all his cars. So he takes his cars out like you take horses out. So he rides his cars around town, and then he has people driving his cars. So he has all of that. Oh my God, I did a video on her, didn't I? Oh my God, how does grieving affect you? I fuck my head up. I'm as numb as shit. You really got to watch what you do after somebody. Johnny Carson was nice. You've really got to watch what you do. Wait, I ruined my poor mama's teeth. Yeah, it happens, pregnancy. You've got to be very careful when someone dies that's like your child, or like there's a huge trauma, because yeah, I can feel nothing. So, you know, I'm liable to do all kinds of crazy shit. He was so rude. Yeah, I know. Yeah, he was rude, but I don't care. People, I mean, you know, oh yeah, my nails. Jasmine did my nails. It's a couple of weeks ago, but there you go. Yeah, people are rude in interviews, but I know what I'm talking about. And just because they're unfamiliar with it doesn't mean that it's not a thing. Like, for example, here, we're going to talk about it. I'm going to pull up my Instagram. For example, Mr. McAfee, right? Mr. McAfee donates a bunch of computers to the secretaries of the politicians in Washington, D.C. Mr. McAfee has spyware on said computers. McAfee in 2016 is like, I've been downloading all that shit from you fucking politicians and your pedo perversions and whatever the hell else you're doing, right? And he goes, I have a dead man switch. Dead man switch, Isaac Cappy like, right? So he has a dead man switch, meaning yeah, I know. He kept all of the shit from the computers, whatever the spyware did. Okay, Newsom 2022. Nobody's voting for Newsom. Stop. Nobody wants Newsom. He's ruined California. Forget it. Spyware. Yeah, he had the spyware on there, but he downloaded all of whatever they're doing. However, right, Jackie? Whatever he found on the spyware, he downloaded it and put it onto discs, right? I mean, whatever. He hid the discs. Well, y'all know, I'm going to vote for Caitlyn in 2022. I am going to, I'm sorry. I just am. I can't vote. But anyway, my thoughts are with Caitlyn. I mean, if someone has to be in charge, Caitlyn's good. At least she'll dress well. That's it. Hair will be on point, everything. But the thing is, when he kept his dead man switch, he had a condo in Miami. The condo, no, I'm not voting. I can't vote here. The condo in Miami was leveled to the ground because his condo was in that building, right? Caitlyn Jenner, correct. His condo was leveled in that building at the same time that McAfee went down, okay? His counterpart, Romanian billionaire, dubbed the father of Bitcoin toxicity because he was trying to stop it from going public because of his ownership of most of the Bitcoin. His name is, now I can never say his bloody name. His name is, oh my God, what the heck is his name? Let me just tell you what his name is. Oh, his name was, what the hell? Marcio Popescu. I can't say it. I'm so sorry. Marcio. Anyway, both of them died on June 23rd. Marcio was in Costa Rica, drowned. McAfee was in Spain and hung himself in jail after he put on his Twitter. How do you get Twitter in jail? But after he put on his Twitter, I'm not committing suicide, and then tattooed it on his fucking body. So you know that they killed him. I'm just saying, like, if I end up dead suicided, I'm fucking telling you, I am not killing myself. So you can be rest assured that if I end up dead, it's not because I did it. Got it? You get it? So even Isaac Cappy said that. If he ends up dead, right? If he ends up dead, he didn't do it. Swacked. Exactly. No, I don't think he's alive. I haven't actually looked into it yet. But anyway, adding to that was the condo that went down and the information. And that's what they're looking for. So like I'm sure McAfee was everything and he deserved to die. How about that? However, what they're trying to hide and cover from everything is that he had government secrets. So the government doesn't want the secrets. That's what the thing is. That's what the thing is. Oh my God. See, they're stealing babies everywhere. I don't like this. He is dead. I feel like he is dead. I feel like he is dead. I really do. And so, yeah, he had dirt on everyone. But to be part of the cabal, which is a cult, you have to do the things they do. So when you wonder about your best friend, you can like them. I like lots of people. I told you, I work at parties with people that are full on satanic cult members. They hire me. I have a job. God puts his in front of those that are not of God. It's a free country. You're totally free to make choices to step away from God. You're allowed to do it. You can worship a tree toad if you want. You can do that. Well, I do what I do and I get my message out the way I do. You can't be so narrow-minded as to assume that you should only be around people who are like-minded, because it stops you from learning. Once you understand what's going on over here, I'm not scared because I'm protected by, they're not going to murder me. I'm the entertainment at the party. That would be stupid. We booked the psychic. We killed the psychic. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah, no, they do that though, and they do it in private, but it's so very interesting to watch their perception of life from their perception. And I told you, who kills the psychic at the party? They want the information. Nobody's killing the psychic, okay? Not at the party, maybe somewhere else, but not there, but it's interesting because those with different opinions and worship different things, that's fine. They can do whatever the hell they want, right? That's up to them. That's not on me. I wouldn't want to be them. And I do know, I got it. No, Jenna, no one's killing the psychic. Come on. Ring, ring. Yeah, well, here, family, Sloan's going here to do this party. Oh, yeah, by the way, we killed her. We drowned her in the pool at the party. I almost ate all of the cake pops that were, laced with the wacky stuff. I thought they were just sugar, and they weren't just sugar. They were marijuana cake pops. Now, I may have died from that. Yeah, no, I know about that. But anyway, it's quite interesting. The last party I did, all the men at the party hung out in my lap like I was mothering these men, and they were crying. The women were tough as nails. Very famous women and very famous men at this party. Very famous in many industries, but mainly music industries, but hugely famous. Some from the 50s and 60s, some from the 70s, and some of the younger ones. And the men would come, and the men were controlled by the women at this party. No, the guys couldn't stop crying. I had to do 12-minute readings, okay? Because you got 4 hours of people. You got hundreds of people, at a party. You're not going to read them all, right? Obviously. So they come in and, it's about, and then the men were in my, no, the men would come, and then one guy in particular, I told you the story, big burly guy, he started talking about how his mother had passed and how he renounced his demonic part of himself and how he was taken over. And no, they would cry, and I would pray with them at this party. I don't know if it was what was going on, but I'm like, I'll go with it. That's what a psychic does. I do whatever. People sit down at a party. When I used to do 2.5 men parties, people would sit down and they'd be like, yeah, so, I slept with this guy and he has HIV and I just got diagnosed. I literally have 12 minutes to give him a reading. What do you want me to say in 12 minutes? So immediately, at parties, this is what fries me up so much. I get right into it, and you cry if you see a man. No, but yeah, Paul Walker was murdered. You're right. I'm just thinking about that. I have to be careful. I know a lot of people that know him personally, and I don't want to push that down there, but no, I'm serious. You got 12 minutes at a party? You got 12 minutes at a party. So 12 minutes to 15 minutes, and they're like, yeah, I've been trying to get pregnant with my husband for months and months and months, blah, 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 blah. I'm on these meds. I have postpartum. I have prepartum. I have this. Can you help me? Tell me what I should do. And you're just like, I don't know what you should do. Right? So it's whatever. And they do try to trick you, but I know Paul Walker was with the Clintons, with the Haiti. They killed the Haitian president, Yeah. I don't know that I'm that, but they come to me. They come to me to get their energy, and I pray. I do pray. I pray from the perspective that I pray to God to heal them from whatever burdens them. So I'll do that. That's what I do. And then sometimes I'm like, get the fuck off my lap, weirdo. Like that. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Well, he's part of the system and he's murdered. So understand whatever. But the Haitian, I can't get into Paul Walker right now without really focusing on it. But the Haitian president was assassinated. Remember Laura Silsbury? Do you remember her? She smuggled 33 children. 33, where's that number? Freemasons. 33 children. Hi, Venus. Venus is a psychic from France. Venus is very sexy. Venus is very, very sexy. Super sexy Venus. And Venus thinks that because she is a tall, striking Virgo black woman, that she may look more masculine, but if you see her in a bathing suit, she don't look masculine. She looks beautiful. So check out Venus on here. She's beautiful. She's got the legs I would love if I were tall and a supermodel. You know, she's got those tall legs. Yeah, they call you a lesbian too, Venus? Yeah, me too. I'm the little short 5'6" psychic lesbian, and you're the, however tall you are, you're pretty tall. And Venus always invites me to stay with her when, so yeah, you could say that's fucking lesbians, but we're not. Venus always says, come to France, come to Europe, stay with me, and I may take her up on it. So there you go. I may do that. Yeah, Venus is lovely. She was always checking on me after Keith, so I was so appreciative of that. Appreciative of everybody that reached out to me actually after Keith. Very, very, very appreciative. Oh God, great legs. Yeah, you want to go, Esther? Let's go. Let's go, Esther and me. Are you going as Esther or as Michael? We could go as both. We could just, you know, bring all of that. So that's what we'll do. I'll go as Michael, you go as Esther. I did the reading on Summer Wells. I did that. Both. Yeah, let's go as both. We'll be everybody. We'll be everybody and everything. Whatever. I'll wear a rainbow wig. I can't wear booty shorts anymore. Maybe soon. I'm exercising, but I do want to wear my booty shorts and I might frighten people. Yes, men were crying at the party because they got 15 minutes and they got a lot of stress from their women. Oh, thank you for that. Thank you so much for that. Thank you very much for the super chat, you guys, all of you. Silsbury has a different name, Gaylor, Amber Alert. Oh, yeah, Laura Silsbury was in charge of the Amber Alert. Hello, missing children to the woman stealing children out of Haiti. Laura Silsbury, who worked for the Clintons, by the way, got arrested crossing out of Haiti with 33 babies. 33 babies that had parents that she said were orphaned, but the parents were like, she took our babies. Don't take people's babies, okay? Just don't take the babies. And then she went to jail, and Laura Silsby, yeah, thank you, Silsbury, whatever. You know I butcher names. Just go with me on that. Anyway, the lawyer that Bill hired for her, that lawyer, okay, convicted pedophile in jail for child trafficking. I think the Clintons are unbelievable. I don't know what to say, but that's like, you can research that. What earthquake? Excuse me, what earthquake? Anyway, that's what happened. That's what happened. So the kids out of Haiti, unfortunately, energetically, is a very negative energy. And then you've got, yes, Chris Sine, exactly. He outed Clinton and he's dead. He committed suicide with 3 baby daughters, of course, because this is the perfect time to do it right now. Perfect time. No, I don't believe in any movement run by the government as a psyop. So, oh, up north in Tahoe. Let me look it up. Earthquake. I didn't feel anything, but I did feel weird stagnant energy today. No, for you people that mentioned that alphabet letter group of people, no, I'm not that. I'm not for any established group of people that other people belong to. I'm not part of your group. So I will never do groups, and I've never believed in it. And I can't help it if they put out the propaganda to make people think that people who believed in that were crazy and that all people thought about child pedophilia in politics and entertainment are of that group. But don't be stupid. I'm not one of anything. I've never been in a group in my life. So don't tell me what I am, because that makes you a fucktard, okay? Do not tell me what I am. I know what I am. Hi from Nova Scotia. So, ooh. 6.0 earthquake. That's a good one. I guess something's going on underground. They murdered the pets. I know, they murder everything. But yeah, I know people like to say it. They also like to go, you voted for Trump. Once again, I've never voted in my life and I shall never vote. Got it? Never. Do you know why? I don't believe in the government. Didn't believe in the government when I was 4. Don't believe in the government as a teenager. Don't believe in the government as an adult. Will never vote because it's part of a paradigm. I do not believe in it. It's part of a paradigm. You can either choose this or this. I choose neither. So fuck off, okay? I choose neither. So there's that. I just choose neither. I don't care. Whoever is a politician is a piece of shit. If you step up and say you're a politician, I'm not going to vote for you because you want to control people. If you want to control me, I have no interest in you being around me because my allegiance is with God. That's me, and I'm entitled to that fucking opinion. I'm also entitled to do what I want with my body. I can put 6 boobs on my back. I can put whatever up my snatch. I do not have to take a vax if I don't want to because it's my body and my choice. And I really believe that. I do not believe in the separation of countries through borders. That's all man-made garbage with people. I want to travel the world. Yeah, get a root canal then. I don't believe in root canals, but I've done them. Only because my teeth, I'm not going to let go of my teeth. But anyway, I just will not, it's what they tell you to do. You have a choice. You don't have a fucking choice. What choice do you have? A choice, a government choice? Who are the government choice? What choice do you have with this government? 2 assholes? Oh, this one believes this one. They're all fucking eating dinner behind the scenes, laughing at you dumbasses for voting for them. And I was a border jumper long before it was popular. Long before it was popular. I jumped the border when everybody said, you can't go to California and live there. I can do what I want because it's my life. I'm not harming anybody. And anyway, again, 2 people at the Vatican, you need to take down your fence because you are not your own country. Yeah, no pokey pokey. I decide who pokes me. That's what I decide. Needling, there you go. Get no trespassing signs on. Yeah, I just, you know what? I have cameras up everywhere. I just installed a camera in my car. Hardwired it into the car so it runs 24/7 because people, you know, threaten me night and day. I got threatened on Instagram today for talking about McAfee. It's like, I'm sorry, it's in the fucking paper. You think I made this shit up off the top of my fucking head? I mean, people, please. So they're always threatening me. So go ahead. But I got cameras everywhere. So it's going to be recording and then there's backup cameras, just like McAfee. So whatever. Yes, I did the Summer Wells case. My family got the job in Canada. Yeah, I don't know what to say about Canadians, my people. I've never, you know, they're under the Queen's, whatever that is, control a virus. Yeah, I don't want to do it. You know, a lot of people go to bars and drink. I don't want to fucking drink. I got chastised for that my whole life. Oh, you're sober? You don't even have a drink? Why? Are you an alcoholic? No, I'm not a fucking alcoholic. I don't want to drink. If you do it as a group of people, I don't trust it, okay? So I don't want to fucking do it. I mean, and then they whine when they get to be 50 and 60 and they're like, my body's not healthy. Well, you know why your body's not healthy? Because you didn't take care of it. So whose fault is that? Is that my fault or is that your fault? Anyway, I don't know what to say. And I had this argument, as I said, some see you next Tuesday on my Facebook actually told, and I'm going to say it, a see you next Tuesday on the day that my son died. Something I wrote on Facebook was repeated to me by a see you next Tuesday whining about the fact that I didn't think these coverings over your throat chakra were relevant, which they're not. Read the box. So no doctor wears a mask for days on end to stop that. They throw them out after 5 to 8 hours. They don't keep them. So your N19 or 9s or whatever, thank you. Thank you so much, Venus. Thank you for that. They throw their masks out all the time. They throw them out. So you wearing your little fucking cloth mask, breathing it in is dirty. You wear N95. Yeah, that one. They throw them out. I mean, it doesn't work. I looked in the box in Costco and the Costco says, the box says, does not protect against viruses. But this virus seems to get in everywhere. Okay, well, whatever. I'm not going to do it. I don't believe you. Sorry. I mean, you can believe what you want. I'm entitled to believe what I want. But just remember this. back in the day when people were talking about priests being pedophiles, you remember that in the 50s? People were blackballing these people from the church. He's a man of God. There are no men of God on this planet. If you're on this planet, you are not of God. You are from God, but you are not of God. But you remember that. So they called those people conspiracy theorists. I wrote on Facebook today, $3.5 billion of taxpayers' money used towards the Catholic Church to pay off the sexual abuse of your children with your taxes, because this fucking church is tax exempt. But you working at 7-Eleven, you have to get bankrupted by paying taxes. But the fucking fake guy in the Vatican with the fucking robe and the Satan thing on his head, reverse world with the white, I know people don't like me saying it, but that fucker, that piece of shit in his red shoe club shoes. Look up red shoe club if you want to know. The skin of humans on their shoes. The best Italian leather for those fuckers. What the fuck? What the fuck? Shut up. There are no men of God. These people were raping children. Getting tax exempt stuff. Taking over property, using your tax money to pay off families whose children are destroyed, are addicts, an addict, okay, and killed, disappeared, murdered, using crosses. Remember the little altar boys wore crosses? The crosses that the priests gave them were to show what boys were butt broken by these fucking priests. These priests were never prosecuted. They were moved to other parishes with little children. What is that? That's not a religion. That's a fucking cult, okay? That's a cult. And so when you're, and they're red robed, I know, just the fucking robe thing. Hello, witches at black masses, reverse, duh. I can't, ugh, it makes me crazy. It just makes me crazy. And so people are like, yeah, blood diamonds, exactly. But it makes me crazy, and here's the thing. The reason it makes me crazy is all through Canada, these native kids that they're finding their bodies, also, they called William Coombe a fucking crackpot, okay? They would have called him a Q person, but he was long before Q. It was 2010. He was raised there. He talked about the Queen coming in, taking the kids, burying the kids, killing the kids, where the kids go. The kids were being murdered at these residential schools run by the Catholics through the Queen's crown in Canada, most fucking disgusting country for their perversion of Queen's royalty bullshit. Beautiful country, beautiful people, but the way the government's run is appalling, okay? Little Castro's kids in there. Justin Castro, just think about it. Margaret Trudeau went and had that fling with Castro, came back pregnant. That's who's running Canada. Came back pregnant. Yeah. Well, Pierre Trudeau was an ugly fuck. Anyway, yeah, Canada's got, no, Canada, that's it. So the Catholics ran those residential schools. William Coombe was the one that said, and I quote, children are buried under there. Well, they killed him. I mean, they said that he had tuberculosis, but he never had it until they kidnapped him off the street when he was going to Europe to testify. He ends up dead. Now they found over 2,000 kids all over Canada underneath these residential schools. Why is that? Yeah, well, let's look up Pierre Trudeau. Ugliest motherfucker. Pierre Trudeau, ugly man. Remember in Canada, now I'm going to use a slang term here where everybody's going to yell at me and call me racist, but I was a kid and they were bringing in the boat people. Those were the Vietnamese. They called them the boat people because somehow they ended up coming into Canada on boats. I don't even know how they got there. Maybe through the Atlantic. I'm so confused. I don't know how that happened. But anyway, the boat people came into Canada. Trudeau let them all in. Of course, Canada is a very vacant country, as in it doesn't have, any people in it. Like, it's a vast space. However, let's look up Pierre Trudeau. Pierre, ugly fucking man. Do you remember that when you were younger? Yeah. Pierre Trudeau. Yeah, okay. So what sign was he? He was a fucking Libra, born in 1919 in Montreal. And he died in 2000. He was 5'10". His spouse was Margaret Trudeau. I believe he was 54 and she was 18. We would call that pedophilic tendencies. She probably gagged when she had to fuck that guy, okay? So let's look at his picture. He had a rat face, Pierre Trudeau did. He was a rat. This guy, I mean, he's just an ugly, I don't know what to say, but there is Pierre Trudeau right there, right? There. You see this ugly fuck? This is the face of a rat man. Look at him. Oh, yeah. I mean, just everything about him. I got to do his chart. I mean, he's sitting there. He's like, I'm running a country of dumbasses who listen to me. And that hair, like, cut your fucking hair, buddy. Now, let's look at Margaret Trudeau. She was an author, a writer, if I believe. No, it's not Trudeau's daddy. I'm going to show you Trudeau and Kat. Let's look at Margaret. Margaret Trudeau. How she fucking got, you know, she's the one that fucked Mick Jagger and all of them. She was, our first lady was all over the U.S. fucking musicians, okay? She was like, fuck that guy. I believe he was gay. He looks gay. He's got a rat face. What can I tell you? Okay, she has bipolar disorder. Of course, they say she has bipolar disorder, but really she has PMS, and she was driven crazy by the man she married, who was 45 years her senior. So, you know, whatever. Okay, she's born September 10th, 1948. He was born in 1919. Get it? She's the former wife of Pierre, the 15th Prime Minister of Canada, the PM. She's the mother of Justin Trudeau, and then there's other kids, and then there's Michelle or Michael. I guess it's Michael, Michel. Ran a train. Yeah, she's fucking hilarious. I'll give her that. She's an interesting woman. Anyway, here's this woman. Here she is. She's 75 now or whatever, right? So this is her. And she's there. But let's see. She's 72. My apologies. Okay, so then let's see how old she was when she married that troll. They're descendants. She's a descendant of a colonist in Singapore, so a murdering white family in Singapore. So, you know, whatever. I can't even read this history. I can't read the fake history. Let's look at the marriage. She was 18, vacationing in Tahiti with her family when she met Pierre Trudeau. And of course, being an 18-year-old girl, she thought somebody her grandfather's age would be attractive. She was 30 years younger. Well, I can't really talk because I married somebody 21 years older. But anyway, she was 30 years younger, and he's an ugly fuck anyway, Trudeau. Trudeau was a bachelor before he became prime minister. By that, they mean a closeted gay man. This is what I heard. Anyway, he was Catholic, explaining the Catholic government connection to the residential homes going all the way back to actually the 1800s. So I don't even know. They went on a honeymoon. Okay, that's boring. Margaret stayed in Trinidad. Oh, who cares? Okay, let's look up Margaret. And no, they did say he was gay. I don't actually know because I can't look at the man. So I don't know. She goes to my salon. Okay, yeah. Well, I'm sure she married that ugly bastard, though. So let's look at Justin Trudeau, because the only person to speak at Castro's funeral was Justin, because he was little bitch Castro. That was his daddy. Okay. When my friends, okay, my Aunt Betty, I went to see her in 2018. And when her daughter told me that Justin Trudeau was Castro's kid, I was like, Then she showed me a fucking picture. He's a weasel. And I started fucking laughing. And I'm like, oh my God. He's fucking Castro's kid. Justin Trudeau. Here, now just take a look at this. Oh my good God. Like, seriously? Oh, geez. Take a look. Ain't that... You saw, what's his name? Father Trudeau, Pierre. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Justin Castro. Little Justin Castro. You see that? Oh my, he's got that dumb look on his face. Look. Do you see it? Do you see it? Look at this. And he's such a pussy, this guy. Actually, Castro looks like Errol Flynn there, but Oh my God, that's hilarious. That ain't Pierre's kid. I'm sorry. It's the look of, huh? Yeah, when I looked up Justin's chart, I'm like, what kind of a bitch is this kid? So he's a Capricorn. I think he's a Cancer moon, Aries rising, or Cancer rising, Aries moon. Anyway, it's a big grand square. Okay. Justin Trudeau. Here he is now in his finest. He's a couple. I just want to punch him in the face. Look at this. This is who runs Canada. Loser. Hi, I'm a loser. This is the guy that goes out there and he's like, we need to lock you all down and lock you in your homes. No, he's disgusting. I'm sorry. I get talking about my government and fucking hate him. What a loser. Like, what a loser. Oh, yeah. He's at a Canada meeting or whatever, a town hall meeting, whatever they call it in Canada. And he's like, some lady stands up and she's like, excuse me, sir, or ma'am, or whatever. And he's like, it's they. We need to use the pronoun they. No, motherfucker, I want to be called a woman. I want to be called a woman. I have a uterus and I give birth. I am a female. I'm not going to use a they. I'm not fluid. I choose to be stuck in my rigidity of being a woman, okay? Or I identify as a fucking motherfucking pixie. Other than that, don't call me a they. Don't be stupid. And bringing that up, the chick that's going to the Olympics that had weed in her system, marijuana for anxiety, weed. Did they ever consider that they've got men running in women's competitions with penises, considering themselves transgender? So that's okay with all the meds you're on. That's cool, but this chick smokes weed. She can't be in there, and they're all on steroids. Has everybody forgotten about that? But no, we got to cut this bitch out and remove women from everything. You will not remove me because I will talk about my vagina and my birth experience and ad nauseum. So I'm not being removed. Anyway, getting back to Pierre Trudeau. Let's look at Margaret Trudeau coming back from Cuba with her baby in her whatever. Margaret Trudeau, like, why is she, visits Castro? Why is she visiting Castro for a little nookie? Yeah. After all, they say she's bipolar, so maybe she had a manic moment and thought, I think I'll go fraternize with the enemy. Whatever it is. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. There we go. There's little baby Justin Castro and Margaret Trudeau. What's this about? She just took her baby to meet Castro? I mean, what? Where's Pierre? I don't know. Where's Pierre? Oh, I'm sorry. I digress. Look at this ugly bastard. Doesn't he? You know what? I just don't like this guy. Look at Pierre and, I'm like, I don't. But he ruined Canada when I was a kid. Yeah, Castro's more exciting. No, Pierre didn't care about anything. I mean, Justin Trudeau visit to Cuba decidedly different than father's. Yeah, I mean, there they are. Happy Cuban Canadian family. Oh, God. Right? I know. Anyway, remember we had Doug, no, not Doug. What's that guy's name? Who was running Canada and he died of cancer in his 40s? Now his brother's running. Ford. Doug Ford. Which one's in office now? Let's look that up. I got to look up my Canadian. Yeah, let's see. Things, video on Michelle addressing her back. Yeah, I saw that astrology class. Rob Ford. Yeah, Rob Ford, actually Toronto's governor. Doug's in office. See, they put Rob Ford in office. That guy actually on camera told in front of everybody, well, high on crack and fat as fuck, as he was hanging outside the Dunkin' Donut shop, sucking the dick of a transvestite prostitute and eating pussy, according to him, which he said on national TV in Canada, with his wife standing behind him very politely, as all good Canadians are very polite. We're taught to be subservient in Canada under the Queen's rule. I missed that lesson, so I couldn't live there. But he talked about liking to eat pussy. Meanwhile, his wife's standing behind him, and this was publicly. And he's a government figure. Ontario Premier, exactly. My part of the country. I'm not, yeah, no, I know, but they teach us to be polite, So anyway, loser Doug Ford, yeah, it's a mouthful, right? He sounds like, yeah, smoking crack, his eyes would light up. He'd be behind the Dunkin' Donut with the trannies who he liked to fraternize with while they smoked crack. And then Canada, with its ultimate wisdom, thought we should put his brother in office because obviously that family did really fucking great. Obviously the family did great at raising their kids because we got brother number one who then died of cancer because of course he did too much cocaine, crack, whatever, gave him cancer. And then they put the brother in. So like, what? I don't know. I'm just saying. Yeah. And then there's Hunter Biden. If Hunter Biden were Hunter Trump, we would fucking be seeing it on the news. Why are they not talking about Hunter Biden and his Chinese exchange, his abuse of women, his little pointed teeth, and his cocaine? Why aren't we talking about that? I mean, I'll talk about it, but people think it's a political thing with me when I bring it up. Keep it very clear. I don't even know what party that Doug Ford is in. I don't like him. I don't like fucking Trudeau. I don't like Hunter Biden. I don't like Biden. I don't like Trump. I don't like any of them. I don't like the Clintons. I don't like Bush, Obama. None of them. You are not in control of me. You don't do anything. Get out of controlling the people. That is the lie. I know, straw art, right? I know, whatever. I'm not conservative or Republican. I'm neither. I'm anarchist. I'm for abolishment of the government. Oh my God, did I say that on YouTube? I'm for abolishing all rules and authority because I don't need to be controlled by you. I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid. Don't need it. Don't care. You take our taxes and you fucking take all our taxes and do bullshit with it. Look at the streets in California for those that are in California. They took a bunch of taxes for the homeless. Gavin Newsom, you fucktard, took a bunch of shit. He's a Libra too. Fuck you, Gavin Newsom. That guy, I've never seen so many homeless. Literally the homeless on the street, and no offense to them, but I'm sorry, why, like, what happened to all the billions of dollars? Here's what they do. Oops. I came prepared. My thing just shut down, and I have yoga pants. I came like prepared with this. Here we go. All right. So, of course, Anthony Bourdain's movie. He was murdered by his best friend. I believe I said that in the video. He was also a cannibal cook. For you people that don't believe in cannibals and what they're feeding us, i.e. fast food, the shit that they put in there, first of all, ask yourself, I'm just signing in there. Now, I think this should be collecting juice over here from my computer. It's all plugged in. Okay, he was a cannibal cook. Yeah, Anthony Bourdain cooked for the elites. Meaning, and you know it's not illegal to eat human flesh. You know that, right? So that you just can't murder somebody and eat them. Okay, so like if you're looking at your tasty neighbor, AKA Army Hammer, who told his girlfriend and his baby mama that he wanted to fucking cut the rib out of her and barbecue it and eat it. You know, Army Hammer always talking about that shit, right? So there are restaurants where the elite, those with money who are bored out of their mind, eat human beings, right? Like, because you can leave your body to wherever the fuck you want to leave it, right? And you can cook human flesh, okay? So, no, I know it's disgusting. I'm not the one inventing it. This is why I don't eat a lot of the time. Like, and this is why Bill Gates owns most of the farmland in North America. Billy, sweater wearing, let me give the appearance of good propriety, that fucking guy, okay? Little Billy Bitch Gates and his fuckery, whose father started Planned Parenthood. And guess what? Look up what is the name of that company? Synergex, SENGYNX, a company out of San Diego that used aborted fetal tissue in their sweeteners. Pepsi Cola had to discontinue their relationship. Ew, God, Kim Cattrall. Was she thinking, I mean, like, that's a braggart. You slept with Pierre Trudeau. No, Pepsi stopped their communication with this company. No, it's not spelled like that. Let me just pull it up for you. In 2016 or 18, Pepsi, Gates is a liar. Pepsi discontinued using that country for their sweeteners. In the Doritos, in the Pepsi, they were using the genome. Yeah, there you go. Cinemex, CENOMYX, flavor enhancers. They were using part of the aborted fetal tissue from kidneys and livers of these little fetuses from Planned, you know where, that Billy Gates' dad ran, but Billy Gates' dad is dead. That fucking guy who's 6'7", and then he gives birth to this bitch who's really his daughter, which he transgenders inversion. Yes, he does. Okay, anyway, that guy and the company, so they sold the fetal tissue to these companies that remodified the genes of the fetal tissues, from my understanding, and I'm not good at it, and then they put it into sweeteners such as Diet Pepsi. Guilty of drinking, but now it explains why you get all fucked up in your body. So then, having an argument with John about this, and he's like, he always says, why? All right, well, let's just look at why. If we indoctrinate people with an Impossible Burger, because you can't get meat in the store, if we indoctrinate people with a Impossible Burger or Soylent Green or pink slime, and you put it in food, then we can control the people. Did you know, and I bet you don't know this, you cannot patent human DNA. Like, you can't patent my DNA and I can't patent your DNA. However, if you take the prick, and it's the mRNA, however you word it, that alters the gene structure, the genome frequency, then you can patent that through the use of the prick, and therefore you can be controlled. Yeah, buddy, exactly. Bourdain was murdered. I saw that, mRNA, thank you. I saw that with Bourdain. I saw his business. I did a video on it, and it was very Soylent Green. Exactly. Now, they erase a lot of this off, but that company that did the sweeteners, now the reason that they do it, okay, the reason that they do it is they do it to indoctrinate us a little bit. Now, if you're a good Christian girl or a good Christian boy or a follower of God, whatever it is you are, you know you're not supposed to eat human flesh. I mean, where is the PETA people? Like, if I can't eat the cows, PETA people, why aren't you protecting humans that leave their bodies to be cooked? I'm just fucking asking. I'm just, curious. PETA, where are you people? Anyway, if we do that and we find out that we have been subjugated to things that go, yeah, I don't eat meat. I haven't eaten meat in 35 years, except when I was pregnant with Jason, and then I threw it up. But if you eat something and it's hidden from you, it's hidden, but it's indoctrinated into you, right? Yeah, everybody yells at me all the time. Anyway, John wanted to know why. Why are they doing this? They don't have time, because he can't wrap his head around it. So we get into a fucking match, and he's like, well, I don't believe it. And I'm like, well, then fuck you. And I'm screaming at the top of my lungs. I can scream at him. I was married, had kids. But I'm just saying, right? They do this. And then there are people that go to those restaurants. I believe Chelsea Clinton is one of them. I believe Katy Perry is one of them. I believe Lady Gaga is one of them. They go into the restaurants. Now, you're entitled to eat whatever the fuck you want. And if it's okay to eat, it's Agenda 21 and Agenda 2030, exactly. And yeah, I know, it goes back, I know, it's terrible. But if you're putting anything in my food and the FDA is approving it, and they know about this, which they did know about this, then Meryl Streep as well, then you understand. Yeah, you can legally eat humans. If I leave my body and you do it, which I'm not going to do, because you don't get to taste this. Like, no, not when I'm dead. No. Meryl is the Queen of England. I'm so confused. Yeah, I know, but that's, I mean, I'm sorry, look it up, research. Nobody researched it. They just call me crazy. I'm not crazy. You don't have to get permission. You are allowed to eat human flesh. I eat my used pads. Oh, the government again, the troll. Do you? Yeah, okay. Whatever you say, fucktard. The Queen of England. No, I'm asking what Meryl's the queen of. Yeah, people eat all kinds of things. You don't know. Like my friend I told you ran a Taco Bell, and they pump that up with some kind of liquid. So what is that? It isn't taco meat. It's not taco meat. It's not taco meat. What is it? I don't know. So they put shit in everything. This is why y'all got to go get your own gardens and grow your own shit, right? I know. Who is that government person? The government. I eat my pads. I eat my pads. Do you? Do you eat your pads? Good for you. Whatever. Like, yeah, what are you, retarded? Pink slime, everything. Well, this is why we have an obesity problem. We have an obesity problem because there's things that aren't in our food. If you go somewhere and you eat healthy food, you know, I know the meat's cloned, the tomatoes are cloned, everything is cloned. I don't want to eat it. I want to grow it and eat it myself. And that is what I'm going to do. I have a garden. There you go. I don't even know about the beef. I don't know what they're feeding the cows. They're probably feeding, like, look at that pig farmer in Canada. Look at the pig farmer guy in Canada, okay? Pig farmer dude murders a bunch of prostitutes. Stop murdering prostitutes. Like, girl and boys got to make money the way they got to make money, so stop that shit. But it's always the prostitutes. You see what I'm saying? Because they think nobody cares about them. Well, I care about them. Anyway, this fucker murdered 39 or 29 working girls and then fed them to his pigs and then slaughtered his pigs and gave them to the people. That guy, Robert Pinkerton, creeped me out. All of those parents looking for their babies on drugs and stuff. I think I just got chest pains. Okay, anyway, he was insane. Call it what you will, but that's what he did. Then he sold bacon to the people. He sold bacon to the people. He was in Vancouver, outside of Vancouver, West Coast. So the pigs ate the prostitutes, and yeah, he's in family. There you go. Yeah. I don't even know what to say. God, stop killing women. But he wasn't into men, but they also murder male prostitutes. Keep in mind that if your child ends up in the sex industry, okay? If your child ends up in the sex industry, okay? Thank you guys so much for everything. Thank you. If your child ends up in the sex industry, stripping, sucking dick on the streets, you might as well look into their fathers, grandfathers, and stepfathers. Look into that because your child has been sexualized and is out on the street as a reaction to the sexual abuse they incurred as a child. This is on you as the parents. If you have a kid that's a drug addict, there's a trauma there and the whole family has to deal with it. But they won't because they're cowards and they'd rather keep their little pretense of like, we are good people. Sloan, do you feel a pickup to a quick 1, 2, 3? I don't even know what that means. Well, he fed the pigs that. They're his pigs. They're like, oh, my dad's coming with dinner. I don't blame the pigs for eating it. I blame him for even feeding it to them. That's what they do to us. We are like herds and pigs, okay? So that's what we are. We are herd. No, I don't want to do cards right now. I'll get back to starting. I should, but I just can't right now. I just can't get in that space. When I work during the day, I just can't. Anyway, I know the poor pigs were used, but we are being pigs right now. We are being shown things. We are being given things in our food. Because you guys need to tell me what Taco Bell is. Somebody needs to call me from Taco Bell and exactly, I love pigs. That's why I don't eat bacon. A lot of people like meat, but a lot of people are very disrespectful. We are cattle to them and they're fucking with us. They keep feeding us shit. They're like, let's inject them with this. Let's feed them this. Let's give them Taco Bell. Let's tell them cigarettes are safe. Animal Farm scariest movie, Napoleon the Pig, remember? Britney Spears, here's my prediction. All of you people working for Britney Spears, okay, so Britney Spears was born into an Illuminati family. Yes, I know there's no such thing as the Illuminati. I get it, but there is. Okay, so she was born into an Illuminati family. Her father sold her out. Her father collected and broke her down as a child, sent her out on stage, right? Prostituted her for her ability, okay? Prostituted this poor girl. Meanwhile, she had breakdowns and they videotaped it. That's called reactive abuse from the narcissistic father. Her sisters, see you next Tuesday, didn't ever get her sister any help. Her mother's a see you next Tuesday. Her father's a complete douchebag, needs to be arrested and beat in jail, much like maybe what happened to McAfee should happen to her father, and then he should be fed to the pigs. Maybe not the pigs, but the alligators, okay? So that girl, since she was a child, has been sold, sexualized, raped, sodomized, put into MK Ultra mind control, broken, all right? When she speaks up and out of it, all of the weasels that they call her management team, her lawyer, manager, fuck you, buddy, and her law firm, everybody boycott them because they are cowards and pieces of shit who prostituted off her back until the woman, 39-year-old woman, opened her mouth at a court case, and now they're getting scared because people are like, you're disgusting. Okay, so she spoke. She will speak again on the 14th, and she will get out of the conservatorship. By all of those people quitting, they left her father in charge. So that's a good poker play because now it's just her father and she's accusing him of abuse. And her sister's see you next Tuesday. Her sister's done nothing to help her. Her sister is a horrible human being. Her sister took pay for keeping her sister hostage. They did nothing. Only one of her cousins, and I don't remember which cousin it is, spoke out and was threatened with death because she spoke out, okay? She spoke out against Britney being caged. The whole family is complicit. They are disgusting. She called the police on herself. So now that's in court documents. Now that these coward pieces of shit lawyers and pieces of shit management team stepped away from her, now it's between her, her and her dad. Sorry, I should have drank more water here. Hold on. It's between her and her dad. So now, her sister's jealous, but her sister was raped and beaten by Dan Schneider. So there's that. And impregnated at age, whatever age. Impregnated at age 12, aborted a baby at age 12. She shouldn't have to deal with that. And got pregnant with the fucker's baby at age 16, which they blamed on that little boy she was dating and then harassed the shit out of him in the media. Okay, sure. Okay. No Illuminati running around. Call it whatever you want. Blood cults, selling your daughter, whatever. Anyway, it started for her a couple of years ago when she started reading the Bible and praying to God to save her kids out of the trap that she was in. And listen to what the family did. They took her children, her babies, okay, her babies out of her body and threatened her. Now, women on here, all of you women on here know you will do anything. Stay in a shitty marriage for fucking years, even get hit in the face before you leave a man who threatens to take your babies. Most of us will stay in deplorable circumstances before we let our babies be taken from us. Okay? Those that are, well, as soon as a woman has a child, you're at the fucking mercy of some stupid authority man if you don't get along with them and if he has control. So the woman will never leave. I mean, in domestic violence, look at how long it takes them until you're fed up. And you have a very good chance of losing your children, especially when you're in a conservatorship with a daddy who's saying you're crazy. Well, he gives you lithium, fucking lithium, and then says you have dementia. Lies, okay? She has dementia. Like I'm Kobe. I'm Kobe. Do I look like Kobe? That's who I am. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. And people are like, well, it's okay. It's her family. They think it's best for her. It's not. If she can get up on stage in her booty dress and she's got a fantastic figure and voice, if she can get up there and rake in that kind of money, then she should be in charge of that kind of money. It's on her, not her dad. Her dad's a piece of shit. Her dad doesn't do anything. Her dad looks like an alcoholic. He's sold out. He needs to be fucking put in a population in prison and societally sexualized in that prison and then beaten in that prison. That's what he needs. And his wife should go with him because she never spoke up for her fucking daughter. Execute. I don't know what to say. It's aggravating. Oh. Well, the greed, understand. Okay, let's break it down so that we don't think that I'm crazy. Because I'm not crazy. Illuminati is another word. Let's look at it for another word. As cult. Okay, let's just look at it as cult. Illuminati is what we refer to as people that have the money, the Porsches, the Lamborghinis, the this, the that, and the other. Now let's take this in a slightly different way. Thank you so much for that, you guys. So let's take it in a different way. Let's look at it as a cult that believe their children are their possessions. So a narcissist cult that drinks blood and uses children for their own perversions. And by perversions, I mean gratification, selling, trading. Sarah Ruth Ashcroft, Tom Hanks. Sarah Ruth Ashcroft was 13. Her father sold her to fucking Tom Hanks. Now, you could say she's making it up. She's a star fucker. She's whatever. However, okay? However, nobody sued her. Nobody sued her. She says it publicly. And she's out there in their face and says, come after me. I fucked Tom Hanks my entire childhood. I was a slave to him. He purchased me. Got it? Muskoka, love it. Got it? So you see what happens. You see what happens, right? Yeah, they try to get you, so I know. Tom Hanks thought it was okay to have a sex slave. Now, Rita fucking Wilson, who has no skill whatsoever. I mean, she calls herself a musician. She calls herself Chris Cornell's children's godmother. High witch in the culture of Satan. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Illuminati, okay? Like, I know people make fun of the symbols. See, I'm doing it like that. They make fun of the symbols. Look at the back of your dollar bill. That's Freemasons. We all know what the Freemasons are, okay? We know what they are. We know what the Freemasons are. So, I mean, I don't know what to say. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I have no problem with people being into witchcraft or whatever they do. I'm talking about people that are in the blood cult. Tom Hanks is one of them, all right? He's always been one of them. And when you look at the movie Castaway and you look at that and you go back and look at that and you look at Wilson, the ball, what was it? A soccer ball, a football, volleyball, Wilson. So Wilson with his blood on it and his little mangled hair up there is a picture that Ellen DeGeneres has on her sweatshirt up in her office when she's doing her skits. Wilson is reference to Frazzle Dip. Do you know what that is? Google that. Okay, soccer ball. Google Frazzle Dip. Understand that Anthony Weiner got outed for what he did, and is it Uma Abedin? Is that his wife that worked with Hillary? Uma and Hillary did a video, and it's called Frazzle Dip. That's what the reference is, and it went around the elite. The file on Anthony Weiner's computer was called life insurance, as in pharma life insurance, whatever, right? Big farm, farmers, whatever. Lloyd's of London, life insurance. However, life insurance was that video. Now, 12 officers took the video, confiscated it. Drip with an R. Yeah, Frazzle Drip. Yeah, sorry, Drip. You know me, I make up shit with the names. Anyway, it's in my head. It's been a long time since I've spoken about this because Trudeau's right-hand humanities minister, Peter Danglish, also had Frazzle Drip on his computer, okay? So it went all the way to the Trudeaus and it went through here. So the police officers that took Anthony Weiner's computer while he was sexting a 15-year-old, so they always make it a 15-year-old. Then the men in our society go like this. Well, she was 15 and she looked 20, so she tricked him. How about this, men? How about this? How about you fucking grow up and date women your own fucking age? How about that? How about that instead of blaming a 15-year-old? Anyway, Anthony Weiner's laptop was confiscated by the NYPD. The NYPD had a bunch of officers that looked up this video under life insurance because they were trying to catch Weiner with child porn. So, and I digress. 9 out of the 12 officers suddenly committed suicide, some within weeks of retiring. Yep, that's right. That's right. They just decided after being on the force for 30 fucking years that they would kill themselves. No, it did traumatize them, but they didn't kill themselves. They were going to get to go golfing and fishing and do all of that. They were murdered because they saw what was on there, which included a video of a little girl with her face being removed, a toddler, and then put back over to scare the shit out of her, and 2 very prominent females doing it. That's what was on his laptop. It also went through the Canadian government, but they don't tell you this. And then Peter Danglish was arrested in Nepal. Humanities Minister to Canada was arrested in Nepal for molesting young boys. There's a shock. Then the other guy in Trudeau's cabinet that he went to college with was arrested for child porn. So do we face off? Exactly. Do we know this? I know it's a lot to handle, but that's what's going on. The baby bled out and died, of course. So Anthony Weiner had this on his laptop. So of course they had to out him. So stupid Anthony's like, hey, are you 15? Can I see your hooch? Can you show me what's under your underwear? And then he's there and the little baby's in the bed with him. First of all, why are these people having babies when you know this stuff? Why are they having babies? Secondly, oh yeah, well, don't worry about my protection. I don't fucking care. I was already threatened today for mentioning John McAfee on Instagram. What? It's in the paper. Like, shut up. Okay? I mean, what? I know it is beyond disbelief, but it's not if you understand the occult. And I'm going to get a lot of backlash. There's a lot of Satanists in California that just practice their Satanism and don't really do that. What I'm talking about is the Illuminati run by the elites of a different bloodline, not just human. I know, Haiti. I totally know it. So those bloodlines, this is what they do. So in order, understand, if you don't sell out, if you're John McAfee and you've got however many billions of dollars you've got, whatever it is, Elon Musk with his fake SpaceX, sure, that went up into the space. Looked like a fucking Bobo cartoon. I was like, what is this shit? Anyway, I don't believe Elon Musk for a minute. Elon Musk, when they come in, if they're going to do that, they're going to have to acquiesce to the gang. So think of gangs MS-13. Think of this. In order to get into those gangs, you got to do a drive-by on somebody. You're 14 years old. You got to drive up in a car, pull out a gun, and cap someone in the back of the head or in the front of the head so that you can watch them die. And this is how you get in it. So you're not going to be MS-13 unless you do that. So look at this as a different level of MS-13. Just look at it like that. They get mad at gangbangers. They're no different. They're no different than literally the elite do the same thing. They do it in a different way. They just do it in a different way. I mean, why would you want to be a gang member when you know what happens? When you know that you actually have to take a human life of somebody you don't even know, okay? So when that happens, they're indoctrinated. Number one, the shame has gotten them into it. Think of the mafia. They have hitmen. They had a hitman. Marilyn Monroe, they had hitmen around the time that Marilyn Monroe was alive that were actual medical doctors that worked on the side as hitmen. So they got the doctors in their pocket so they could prescribe whatever, do whatever, inject whatever up her butt, give her, oxygen in the needle, inject it into her, make it look like a drug overdose. And those people are also hitmen. So it's part of the club. You want to do that? You want to be part of the Rat Pack? You're part of the club. No joke. Sammy Davis Jr., Satanist. Jane Mansfield, Satanist. It's fine if you want to be that, but take it up a notch. Take it up a notch and add cabal cult. Look at El Chapo. You think El Chapo runs around? Do you think he runs around going, oh, I'm not going to kill that guy because he's somebody's son? No, he just fucking has people kill people so he can do whatever he wants to do. That's what they do. I mean, I don't understand why people can't believe this. Do you know what drug dealers do to get their drugs? They rape and pillage underneath tunnels through Arizona to run drugs, and now they're running kids. I mean, rape trees, look it up. It's fucking there. It's right there. And it can't all be made up. But I can't help it if people don't know. And I can't help it if people don't get it because they think there's only God in heaven. That's stupid. If there's God, there's the devil. And if there's the devil, there's the beast system. And if there's the fucking beast system, the beast system does it. Look what they do to women. They're trying to erase us. They have people on the Olympic team that have male bodies with male hormones. Now, you know that's some kick-ass hormones. And then they've got them on the female team because they identify as females, but they're kicking the female off the team because she smoked a joint. I'm sorry, excuse me, what? So they want me to be called fluid and a they and a this. No, I'm a woman. My gender is female. I am a woman. I'm sorry, I'm a woman. I'm not going to accept being called. I don't want to be. I'm going to be a woman. You want to call me old-fashioned? Call me old-fashioned. But I'm a woman. I gave birth to children. And guess what, ladies? We have the most control. You're 24 and you're a woman. Anyway, we have the most control because we bring souls onto the planet. Not men. We do. We bring souls through. So men need to fucking back down and let women stand up. We bring the souls. I choose to be a woman. They're trying to erase women. Fuck you. No. None of you would be here without a woman pushing you out. Period. Okay? Period. Oh, yoga time. Okay, anyway. I don't know who's being arrested. This is also what I wanted to talk about. So all of the political stuff that goes on that I mention on here, I'm aware of, but I feel like, yeah, see everybody, of course a man is going to look better in a beauty pageant. Do you know why? Because, yeah, no, Jackie, you and I are not birthers. We're women and we're Leos. So we're going to beat the ass out of somebody. Who calls us a birther? I'm not a birther. I didn't marry a man to hide behind the man to make him look good and then birth out his children like a surrogate. I didn't do that. I birthed and made my children out of love and birthed them out of love. Okay? That's what I did. So that's who I am, period. That's who Jackie is too. Beautiful Jackie on here. She's also a Leo, so we're not birthers. Anyway, what the hell was my point? Oh, if a female is transgendered, okay, in a beauty contest, of course she's going to win. She has a man's body. She don't have no hips. She don't have no cellulite. So that's half the battle. What the hell do you think we're all worried about? What do you think we're all worried about? Our legs, our fat, our cellulite. No man has that. They look fucking great in dresses. That's how we've been conditioned. So it stands to reason that Miss Nevada might win if she's that way, right? Anyway, when you look at, what the hell was I going to talk about now? There was one other thing I was going to mention and my brain's so spacey. Oh, that's what I was going to talk about. So I've been meditating. I've been doing all of my stuff. I've been raising my vibration, mainly from Keith, okay? Mainly from Keith. Trying to find my Keith, trying to connect with my Keith, all of that. Here's the problem. As I am meditating and going in different directions in my life and trying to elevate myself, I have noticed that I'm unable energetically. Okay, I don't watch the news, but I'm unable to see people like Hillary Clinton or Trump. I don't see them in my space. It's peripheral. It's not focused. So I feel like that's how you ascend up in a dimension, is you go in a different direction, okay? You go in a different direction. So you don't pick up on that. I'm aware of it. But, well, they might be hiding from me, but I just don't see them. And they're of no relevance to me. And I don't feel that I don't know. It's just weird. That's how I thought about it. So I think the raising and vibration, the raising of consciousness is focusing up here, not on the play that goes on down here that isn't relevant. So yeah, I literally don't see them. So I know of this because, yeah, jumping timelines, it's exactly that. So we are in hell and they are in hell and we're all in hell. But yeah, it's interesting. I feel different. So I'm raising the vibe. I haven't been to a movie in 25 years. I don't go watch movies. I don't go do that because it's just not part of who I am. I'm not going to go do that. But it's very interesting because I can see like my ascension and our ascension as people, the vibration. Yeah, Google all the Rat Pack. Google these people. And Sinatra's mother was an abortionist. That's why he got into singing. It wasn't that he was the best singer or the best looking or the best anything. Although I do find him attractive, but that's besides the point. And I love Frank Sinatra. First year I dated John, he took me to see Sinatra. And I mean, like, Sinatra was in his 80s. However, having said that, I really liked Frank Sinatra. But his mother was an abortionist for the mafia. All the mistresses went in and she took care of it on the kitchen table down in the basement. So he was given payback when he came back out. That's what that's about. That's why he was able to get where he was going. So there's that. I mean, that's just what she was. Okay. She was a person who did that, you know. No, she wasn't a doctor. She just learned how to do that. That's what she did. I mean, it's just going up one area, opening the cervix and scraping the uterus. I don't know how she learned that, but that's what she did. So that's how Sinatra. So everybody idolizes him. Oh, he's a crooner. He's this. Well, he was placed in that position as payback for what she did. That's what that's about. Okay. So there you go. Is somebody talking about me again? Stop talking about me. I don't fucking care. Fuck you. It doesn't matter to me what you think. I know what I know. Okay. I know what I know. And it doesn't matter if you believe me or not. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. He was connected. That's how he got up there. How come Sammy Davis Jr. got anywhere in this life? Because he was attractive? Why do we all feel like we have to look good? Why do we go in for facelifts and ass lifts and boob jobs when you can make it if you look like Sammy Davis Jr.? Why? Ask yourself that. Why? Now, James Mansfield, I get. She is iconically beautiful, but she dated Anton LaVey. When she left Anton to LaVey with her lawyer, okay, either agent or lawyer, when she left Anton LaVey, Church of Satanism, which is fucking fine, but when she separated from him, because she was dating him, when she separated from him, she got in the car. Yeah, she was. She was a Satanist. It's admitted to herself. So it's out there. It's not me making it up. She really was it. That's what she said. So Jane Mansfield was super darling cute. She was very, very attractive, but she was a fucking Satanist. Okay, that's her choice. We have free will, all right? I'll tell you Rita Hayworth's story in a minute. I actually channeled her on a TV show. Oh my God, a hot flash, y'all. I'm feeling hot. And I'm by myself. Don't come knocking. Anyway, so Jane Mansfield gets in a car with her lawyer husband. So she married, I think it was her lawyer or her manager, Artie. I want to say his name was Artie. So they're driving through the South. She's got her 2 children with Johnny Weissmuller. I'm not saying the name right. Don't shoot me. Anyway, she got her 2 kids in the back seat of the car. One of them is, what's her name from Law and Order? I just forgot her name. Oh my God, the girl cop in Law and Order. What the hell is her name? What is her name? Haggerty. Mariska Hargitay. Her dad, Tarzan. Anyway, they are in the back seat of the car, and Anton LaVey looks at her as she says she's going to marry, what's his name, the lawyer, and says, "You'll be cursed if you do that." Well, he threw those words out, and the bitch got beheaded as a steel pole went through her, killed her and Artie. There was another person in the car. I don't think it killed him, and the kids were okay, except they were in the car while their mother was decapitated. So you see, it was energy reverberation. Knock, knock. It was Mariska. There you go. It was that. She's fine. And Anton LaVey on his deathbed, according to both his lover and one of his children, basically said, "Oh no, what have I done? I made a mistake." He's probably going to heaven with God. That's how you would torture a Satanist. You'd take him up to heaven and he'd have to stand before God. Can you imagine? He's like, "Where's my bro Satan?" And then he's up there and Jesus is standing there and he's like, "Fuck, I'm in the wrong place," right? Yeah, right? No, seriously, I don't know what he meant by that. A couple of people have said that, including Aleister Crowley, right? So anyway, Rita Hayworth. Now, Rita Hayworth's story is very interesting. Silent movie theater in Hollywood. Silent movie theater. I went to do a channeling, and it was Rita Hayworth in there, and then it was weird because the silent movie theater, I was filming a show and I can't even remember what it was for. One of my friends that are ghost hunters, 2 of them, asked me to go do the show instead of them, and they didn't want to do it. So I went out there, and there was this guy from Canada. His dad was a famous hockey player, and he was a psychic, but he was full of shit. And there was a chick, the hair was falling out of her head because she didn't really believe in what she was doing, and her hair was fucking falling out of her head. Anyway, I was at the silent movie theater on Melrose. This is years ago. And I was sitting up there, and I could feel the movie theater, part of it was old and part of it was new. And so Rita Hayworth came through. Hayworth, however you say it. Anyway, her backstory, and there was a man murdered in the back where I picked it up, but her story is very interesting. Illuminati, okay? Okay, whatever, Anton LaVey. Yeah, Anton, yeah, I don't care what his name was, the head of the Church of Satan. I don't give a fuck what religion he is, but... LaVey. I get it. I'm sorry. I got it. Anyway, I was in the movie theater, but Rita Hayworth was Illuminati or predisposed to be, there you go, Freemasons, predisposed to be who she was. Now, you know she was a flamenco dancer when she was younger, and she was a beautiful flamenco dancer. And she traveled from age 12 to age 15 with her daddy all over the country, dancing with him while she went into the hotels as his wife. So it was Mr. and Mrs., but it was her fucking daddy. So she was being groomed to get into the industry. You see? Do you see? Oh, Rita was forced by her dad. Her dad was fucking her whole childhood, sleeping in hotel rooms with her, and signing flamenco. I know, beautiful. My best friend Maria, flamenco dancer, incredible. But her daddy slept with him. Wait, who did her daddy sleep with? Tell me who her daddy slept with. Who are we talking about? Whose daddy slept with him? So many like of those deals made in Hollywood. Judy Garland. Which daddy? Oh, Judy Garland. Yeah. Rita Hayworth was sleeping with her father. So she was a victim of child sexual abuse while her father kidnapped her, signed into motels, didn't say this is my daughter, said this is my wife, right? This is my wife. She was 12. Oh, I'm sure Britney as well. Britney was sold out. Amanda Bynes. Amanda was sold out. Amanda says it. She says, my father fucked me. And she says to her mother, you didn't do anything, which is typical of bitch mothers who want the money from the dads. So women, we have to earn our own money so that no man can take our children and say bullshit to us in any domestic violent way, or sleep with our children. And if we open our mouth, take away our nice lifestyle. Bynes, whatever her name is. You know, I don't say names correctly. Whatever her name is, Amanda Bynes, that little girl, okay? To do this. Rita Wilson is the godmother to Chris Cornell's kids. That's what we want happening on this planet. Rita Wilson, married to Tom Skanks, who dressed up like Mr. Rogers, who apparently was a Freemason. There, I just blew it. So Mr. Rogers and all of those welcome to the neighborhood bullshit with his Freemasonry. So, you know, he's one of them. And there you go. Everything you've been taught is fuckery. Frances Farmer, they lobotomized her. They lobotomized her for being a woman who speaks her mind, had PMS, and basically drank whiskey and smoked cigarettes with the men on par and was like a man's woman. So they did that, okay? That's what they did. So they took a brain out of her head. That's what they did. Henry Fonda put his wife in wherever the hell, the mental hospital, and she committed suicide. You're in there for suicidal tendencies, so they thought they would put you in a room with a glass mirror so you could cut your own neck. After a visit from your ex-husband who was already dating other people. Exactly. Mr. Rogers, Freemason. Yes, Mr. Rogers. So there's that. Yeah. You know, Mr. Rogers. Yeah, no, yes. No, Chris didn't do it. His wife did it. Well, they took over. Kate Spade. Yeah, classic suicided. We're just going to call it suicided. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. Sex trade workers were victims. Yeah, of course they were. Mother Teresa, the Catholic Church. Don't get me started on Spielberg because I'll just get murdered in my house. Okay, I'll just get murdered. Spielberg, Katzenberg, Geffen. Yes, and yes. All three of them part of the cult. Yes. That's where the money comes from. That's what they do. Don't like what I'm saying? I'm sorry. I'm really fucking sorry, but that's true. Spielberg, notorious. Isaac Cappy, Seth Green. Isaac Cappy murdered for what he said against Spielberg. Isaac Cappy murdered. Not the only one. Crispin Glover also declined to ever fucking work with Spielberg again and basically fell out of the movie industry because he saw Spielberg is notorious. Spielberg has charges brought against him, but those people have disappeared. Spielberg is one of them, okay? Cappy was murdered. Tracy Twyman was murdered. When I did the show, and Tracy was a co-worker of the people I was on the radio show with, a fellow co-worker to them, that on the radio show they're telling me that she just committed suicide, literally telling me this while I'm waiting to go on air, and they're saying, I say, how did she die? She she stabbed herself, she hung herself. Well, which is it? She stabbed herself or did she hang herself? What did she do? What she did is she drove to Arizona to go interview the people that Cappy was doing and continue with his work. Oh, Spielberg's a fucking piece of shit. Okay, yeah, I said that. And I said that. And I know people that know him. And they got to know what he does. So there you go. Anyway, just like Barney was accused. Wait, who's Barney? Tell me who. I'm sorry. Who's Barney? Barney who? Just remind me. Yeah, Heather O'Rourke. Yeah, of course, sodomized her. Wasn't that Henry Winkler, though? Yeah, campground in Arizona, exactly. Ricky Gervais. Ricky Gervais is one of them. That's controlled opposition. Why is Gwyneth Paltrow, Barney Frank? Oh, Barney Frank, yeah. Why is Gwyneth Paltrow even a thing? Why is she a thing? Like, I'm sorry, she steams her vagina. No one cares, you ugly bitch, okay? Nobody cares. Oh, Purple Barney, I heard about that the other day. Barney the dinosaur, of course, I heard. Where did I hear that from? Oh my God, I was at dinner with Deanna and somebody told us that at the next table. Yes, Barney the purple dinosaur. Of course he dresses up for children. Here's a note to self. If you're a man and you wear costumes and you work with children, keep a fucking eye on these people because that ain't normal, okay? Oh my God. Anyway, I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. Purple Barney. Fuck that guy. I never liked that guy. SpongeBob. Do you know the direction to... Okay, SpongeBob SquarePants TV show. Think about that for a second. SpongeBob SquarePants Bikini Bottom. Now, this is a child's show. So they live in a bikini bottom. So they live in a snatch. Is that what we're saying? I mean, that's what we're saying, right? So they live in the bikini bottom of a chick, right? Right? Okay, so Bikini Bottom, right? So Bikini Bottom, where's the location of Bikini Bottom? Bikini Bottom is located on Epstein Island. The coordinates go to Epstein Island. Bikini Bottom. So they got a bunch of little kids going, I want to live in Bikini Bottom. You're living in a woman's underwear, okay? Where her hooch has been. Do you hear that? Think about that for a second. SpongeBob SquarePants live in Bikini Bottom. Oh, that's so creative. Oh, fuck you it is. Fuck you. Epstein Island. One side satanic, one side Prince Andrewish, whatever. So yeah, I just don't get it. I can't stand it. I can't say anymore. I got so much in my head. So much in my head. Anyway, Bikini Bottom. Remember David Hasselhoff? He did the SpongeBob movie. I took the kids, and the whole time, the camera guy was up Hasselhoff's ass. Like, he's on a board, he's going through, but we get a view from between his legs. I mean, really? I noticed it back then. The Minions with their third eye, and the movie I hate the most, Hasselhoff, whatever. Okay, I used to know the ex-wife. Anyway, Hasselhoff, whatever. You know who I mean. Knight Rider, that guy. Fiona Barnett, Kathy O'Brien. Okay, so here's the thing. Oh my God, who's the other one? I can't even remember. Why was Ronald Reagan attempted to be murdered? Why not? Why not? Because they could, because they can, because whatever. The movie I hated the most. Yeah, which one was it? Oh my God. So Lila, we sat down one time and Lila watched Frozen. That was the most disturbing movie I've ever seen because the feeling of that was so upsetting that I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. Sloan, go make some yoga now. Yeah, I don't know what to say. That movie Frozen, horrible. Oh, Patrick Swayze had a lot of like energy on him that just wasn't. Yeah, I can't. The Minions was terrible. They made adult jokes. I took Lila to see that too. There's only times I've been going to a movie is with the Hilara Baldwin. I don't know what's up with her, but Sasquatch lives. I believe that Sasquatch is an interdimensional creature. That's what I believe. Yeah, I don't like Frozen. Just don't like it. I mean, the feel, the texture. I can feel it, so I don't like it. I didn't like it. Okay, you guys, I actually literally, now it's 8 o'clock, need to go to sleep. No, I'm kidding. I need to eat something. Kathy O'Brien, raped by President Bush Sr. Definitely. Look up, okay, before I go, I've got so much in my head that I can't keep it straight. Look up Bush Sr., okay? The smart one, not the dumb one. Not the kid, Not fetus in a jar with his dumb mother, but Bush Sr. Bush Sr., when he was in office in 1979, hired a bunch of call boys so they could suck dick and do whatever, but he never admitted it, and they were kids. And two of the kids came forward and spoke in a closed Senate hearing. That is online, 1979. Call boy prostitution wing, but they negated to say that it was underage. I don't care if he's screwing old boys, but young boys, okay? So there's that. Thank you so much. Thank you for that. I know I can't stop myself. It's just, I can't shut up. And probably if I'm suicided, I didn't commit suicide, okay? I didn't. So that's it. I just didn't commit suicide, period. That's it. And if I end up dead, you know I didn't do it. So anyway, yep, she made the book. Yeah, well, we are MK Ultra. Roseanne Barr admits to selling her soul, whatever that means. We are MK Ultra. Look at the people that actually believe what's on the news. Look at the people that believe what's on the news. They don't read the facts. They don't go to the FDA website. They don't go look up anything. They listen to people. I don't know about mermaids. They listen to people on the news. The news is a branded projection of what they want to feed us. We consume information. Watch what you consume, because they consume it. All of newscasters are told the same. They can't be themselves. They can't, excuse me, you can't even go on a show as a psychic and be yourself. It's all fucking planned, because it goes back to two places, BlackRock and, now I just forgot the name. I gotta look it up. Now you're gonna make me here I go, can't shut up. Yeah, look up celebrity glitches. Okay, the two companies that own everything, Vanguard and BlackRock. So the two companies that own all of the media, all of the pharmaceutical, Vanguard and BlackRock. So where are you going if two people, that's like Janet and Joe owning everything. Well, they control it, don't they? They control everything you think. They control everything. Hi from Kelowna, tons of family there. They control everything. So what are you going to do about it? You're going to do nothing. I know Dorothy Kilgar, however you say her name, Kilgallen. However, I just heard that about her on Coast to Coast, where she basically was speaking out and they killed her ass. They killed the gossip columnist. Well, don't do stupid shit. She talked about the Kennedys who murdered them. You know, they were all murdered, but it's the sins of the father and generation going all the way down. So people have to speak about it, and you got to risk. Sloan, what do you think about cloning? Definitely think about cloning. What are you talking? I definitely believe it. That's why Michael Jackson came out with all those weird faces. Look at it. Blame weird plastic surgery, clone them, and make a walking doll that can perform this way and can do this and can do that. Yeah, I believe in cloning. They make sex dolls, so okay. Whatever. Yeah, I know, Rockefeller. And Rockefeller patented the COVID. Whatever. I can't. I have a headache now. See, now I have a headache. Okay. I love you guys so much. I just went off on a tangent. I'm going to try to just talk about, I don't know, socks. Socks that go missing in the dryer. Next conspiracy. Socks that go missing in the dryer. Where do they go? And who is taking socks that go missing in the dryer? That's right. Who is taking these fucking socks? It's a conspiracy. Just like the Catholic Church and the pedophile priests. Conspiracy. Conspiracy. That's what they call me. Oh, God, you're so full of... Am I? Or am I telling the truth? I don't know. Okay. I love you guys. Peace out. Peace out. Where are the socks? Think about that. That's what we need to know, where the socks go. I want to know where my socks are. And underwear. They go missing. Why? Why? Am I going through a dimension and they hide it and I can't see it and they want other people to have my one sock? Or is there a more menacing meaning? Okay, peace out, you guys. Bye. Thank you for everything, everybody.